And welcome, sports fans, to another exciting edition of the Moonshine Series here at Atlanta Motorsports Park in beautiful Dawsonville, Georgia. Hi, I'm Will Rigdon alongside Stephen Newbold up here in the booth. We've got our producer, Michael Lemon Drop Lane, up here with us today. And, Steve, round 3 Moonshine Series.
I feel like we were just here.
Yeah, we were, because we had round 2 yesterday.
That's right.
So this is the finale to our big 2-day weekend here for Legends and Bandelero Racing here at Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia. And, looking like we got a couple of guys already scooped up there at the exit of Turn 1. This was, well, unfortunately something we saw a lot yesterday with these Bandelero cars.
Yeah, turn 1, I think, likes to eat Bandoleros. I think that's a new thing.
You know, it did happen during round 1 back in October, but I think the big difference here this month is it's a lot colder than it was in October. I mean, these guys had 70-degree weather when they were here back on October 19th. And
well, today's a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. It's currently about 55 degrees, bright sunshine. I don't see a cloud in the sky, really.
No, and they are getting direct sunlight right now. And, you know, the surface is rapidly heating up, which I think we're going to have the opposite of what we had yesterday, where the sun started going down and we saw everything cooling off. And, you know, with these Bandelero cars, they've got that single rear axle disc brake. And, you know, especially on a cold track, it's like being on skates and those tires are not up to temperature. And, you know, the second you go to brake hard in the zone, they'll lock up and you'll spin.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We saw a lot of that yesterday. Turn 1 was a big issue. Turn 6 was not necessarily a very big issue. There was a lot of lockups there, mostly in the Legends cars. We saw that.
Turn 6 is easier on the Bandeleros because it's uphill.
Yes.
So they get that natural help from the elevation change. The Legends are carrying more speed through that turn, so it's going to be easier for the Legends to go off at Turn 6. But really, Turn 1 has been the monster that's been eating these Bandelero cars this weekend.
We gotta come up with a clever name for Turn 1 for this race series.
Yeah, well, normally it's the Beach Club. You know, it's the beach out at Turn 1, but
I don't know.
There's nothing special about it when everybody's in the club. So we
gotta. Everybody made it to the club.
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident that at least every bando has made at least one trip so far in the series.
Need to get some beach chairs and some umbrellas out there.
Yeah.
Maybe some what are those little drinks with the umbrellas in them? You know,
live Jimmy Buffett concert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe some Margaritaville. Hey, that could be a new location for Margaritaville. You know, they just opened up shop down there at Lake Lanier.
I mean, if y'all are listening, come up here to Atlanta Motorsports Park. We've got beaches.
Yeah,
just no water.
Well, I don't think Jimmy's listening anymore.
No, no. R.I.P.
Maybe the higher ups at Margaritaville or
Kenny Chesney. If you're listening.
Yeah, or Netflix. That was who else we were calling out yesterday too.
No, we don't need Netflix here.
No, not yet.
No, I think our production's better.
Yeah, well, we are live and in high definition right now, 1080p streaming to you across the web, Facebook, YouTube. And right now, looking at a shot of the go-kart track, it's member time out there right now. As many of y'all know, Atlanta Motorsports Park is a private motorsports country club. And one of the perks of being a member out here is you get the track all to yourself. You get to come out during member time, turn some laps, and that's whether you're a kart member, a main track member. We've got time later today, actually, once we get done with the Legends and Bandeleros, we'll be doing member time on track here. So, you know, if you got a fast car, got anything fun, and you don't like speeding tickets, this is the place to come.
I don't think anybody likes speeding tickets.
I mean, depends on if you're a lawyer.
Better call Connell.
Yeah. And, we're missing Chris here today. He's had to kind of tone down a little bit with us because as the season's picking up over at the high school, because he is the announcer there at Dawson County High School, they've got basketball season getting in full swing. So
I think they're in the process of a tournament right now.
Yes, and if Chris, if you're listening, which you're probably not because you're probably announcing somewhere, we miss you. But I will be running double duty today. Normally we got Chris down there in the paddock doing the Victory Lane interviews, but I'll be running double duty, be heading down there. And that's where Mikey Lemon Drop Lane's going to come into the conversation to help keep things interesting while we're doing those post-race interviews. But right now we're just getting done with qualifying for the Bandeleros.
Mikey, how you feeling today, buddy?
I'm doing good. We had to be here a little early this morning. Well, not really. I got here at 9, so.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
But, yeah, feeling good. I'm excited for today.
So out of all the action yesterday, what was the highlights for you, Mikey?
I mean, that Legends Group A was pretty good. Those guys were so clean and fast, so I'm looking forward to seeing them today. And
And I got word. I think we're going to be combining groups today for the Legends. So I think we're going to have one big pack of 20.
That's what they wanted.
So that is, if you liked it yesterday, it's going to be even better today.
I think that's going to be good news for some of the Group B drivers. I think the top Group B drivers just barely missed out on Group A, so I think they are going to really want to go up against that Group A competition.
They want the chance to go, dust it up with the big dogs. And, you got to feel it for them. And, because we were interviewing Javier Soto down there in Victory Lane. That's pretty much what he said was, man, I bombed it in qualifying. Wish I'd been able to do this in the A group. And, well, he's going to get his chance today, so we're going to get to see how all that shakes out. We had a sweep in the A group. I know Wright took home both wins. We also had a sweep in the Bandolero A group as well.
Sherman back to Atlanta and burned it all the way down.
Well, and especially after that rough race number one in the first round of the series.
Getting dumped on the very last
lap. He got absolutely hammered on the last lap, on the final turn of the last lap coming to the line, and, not what you want to see. And he definitely came out yesterday and made a statement. I was talking to him during registration this morning. I said, hey, we're going to do it again today? And he said, yes, sir. Because he was a man on a mission. He was out there driving angry yesterday, and I don't expect any different today. And right now it looks like our Legends drivers are getting ready to take the track. This is going to be a green-white checker qualifying session, so these drivers are going to get 2 opportunities to set a flyer. So they're going to have to take advantage of that time. Part of the strategy is you got to grid yourself out. You got to space yourself out. This isn't a race. Some of these guys forget that. They like to go out there and they'll get hot on somebody's bumper. But, at the end of the day, this is just the qualifying session. So you want to have as much space in front of you and behind you so that way you can turn, you can get that flyer in, because grid position is very important here. We're only running 8-lap races. And, that's not a lot of time to make up ground, especially if you're further back. And when you got 20-plus cars in the grid today, that's a lot of ground to cover if you don't set a good time.
That is absolutely a lot of ground with 20-plus cars. It's going to be interesting to see how that shakes up the field. I mean, we saw the 8 car yesterday. Can't remember the name for some odd reason. And the 16 and Mason Walters going back and forth in that second group.
Yeah.
Or that first group. And now we've got Soto in the mix, who said he would like to be in the faster group. So that's going to play a factor, so we'll see what happens.
And don't leave out Jason Tressel either.
Oh, no.
He was one of our front runners. He actually won race number 1 during the first date in the series. So, Wright has won the other 3 races. So those are the only 2 race winners we have had or we have seen in this A group across 4 races so far. So will we see another winner today? Maybe. Might see another sweep. Might get a surprise. That's what makes this so much fun, is anything can happen out here. These guys don't get a lot of practice road racing. Some of these guys were coming down from VIR. They just had the World Road Course finale there last weekend for the Legends International, and so that was kind of the biggest Legends race I think in the world for road racing.
I think you are right.
And we used to host it here at Atlanta Motorsports Park way back in the day. Well, I say way back in the day,
that was
but
2017.
I think it was 2017 through 2021 was when we used to have the event here, and we were getting 120-plus drivers for that event.
It was crazy.
And, awesome to see all those guys out here. And this is a fairly good turnout here. We had a decent crowd this weekend for the 2-day event. And, this is when these guys are getting their points in for the series, because we're going to finish things up on December 14th. We've been running double feature races this weekend, so the first 3 races were double features, so 2 chances to get points. And coming up on the 14th, that's going to be the finale, and that's going to be a single feature day. And then we're going to go right into the awards ceremony once we get done. But right now, out on track, the green flag is out. So this hot lap qualifying session is underway. Once these drivers start making their way past the stripe, we will see some times rolling in, and we will relay those back to y'all. But this will set our running order for the 2 features later today.
We'll already see our favorite driver waiting for data.
Waiting for data.
P10 currently. I think that's just a computer.
And if you're listening at home and you want to follow along, we are using.
Ooh, one already in the grass. I believe that was the number 5 of Will Hare.
Ooh. We are going to have to wait and find out. Because it looks like we've got Walters on track, Tressel, Soto, Philip Young, Johnny Esposito, Jackson Reynolds, Michael Gannon, Jake Tretow, Hunter Jordan, Craig Burla, Austin Warner, Dylan Lee, David Rochester, Luke Yarborough, Will Hare. Will Hare, he was one of those guys we were watching. He was one of those hard chargers in the B group. That was a lot of fun watching him. He was trying to chase down Soto.
That was the 5 car with
he,
the junior livery.
Yeah, he bombed it pretty hard in qualifying, got relegated to that B group. But he was a hard charger coming up from the back. And, I think if that race had gone another lap yesterday, we would have seen some different results in the B group. But right now, you're looking at everybody on track. Beautiful drone shots today from our drone pilot, Daryl Cannon, Killboy.com, covering that backside of the short course right here. You can see on the main track, on a full member day, that cut through would be open or would be closed, and the drivers just continue straight where they're turning right there. But this is where we shut the course off. This is what makes that 1.16 mile short course layout. It's 10 turns, a lot of fury. Nothing flat about it here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. You were on one side or the other, facing down, facing up, but you're never flat here, and that's what makes this track a lot of fun. It's a very technical layout.
There's no time for resting.
It's a very good learning track, and that's what makes it fun for drivers. Doesn't matter what your skill level is, and especially makes it fun for wheel-to-wheel when you get cars like these Legends and Bandeleros out here where you got a little bit shorter wheelbase, they're a little bit shorter or a little bit smaller overall as a car, but that just means we can pack more of them on the racing surface and have a better time. It's kind of like go-karts for the big track is what these guys are, just a lot more power. You're talking about a 1,300-pound car with about 120, 130 horsepower, so a little bit spicier than a Miata, a little bit smaller than a Footprint, so it's something we're used to seeing out here a lot with our Spec Miata and our Downforce series. And right now, the checkered flag is flying on this session. So we're going to go ahead and start reading some of these times off to you. No surprise here. Mason Walters is your top qualifier right now with a minute 5.324. Jason Tressel just behind him with a minute 6.488. Man, Walters, he found the speed. He is almost a full second faster. And looks like we got another driver off in the sand right here. Not something we're used to seeing on a big track race because normally that part of the track isn't a braking zone.
You can kind of see from the skid marks, maybe came out a little too hot in that last corner.
Yeah, and that cut-through turn, if you're familiar with AMP and you're not familiar with the short course, that cut-through comes up on you real fast. And we saw several drivers cooking it off into the sand trap there yesterday. Had that great shot of, I remember one of the drivers, and I talked to him during registration too. He said his fender came off.
Oh.
And got wedged. That's what we were seeing. Was
so that was
metal.
that wasn't a wheel.
No, it was just him dragging the ground. He's just metal part dragging the ground.
Okay.
So
that's actually kind of interesting. I didn't realize those were metallic. I thought they were carbon fiber.
So yeah, that's what happened. And so anyways, yeah. So this session's over. So we're gonna have a short break as timing and scoring gets everybody organized. We're going to get ready to go here with our pregame festivities. Should have another live rendition, I believe, of the national anthem today. That was a special treat yesterday, Steve.
Yeah. It was great getting Savannah out here, and she's here. I just don't know exactly where she's at. Well, as we see our cars going through tech, getting ready, you see all of our wonderful.
Yeah, they're just picking them randomly. They'll do the top 3, and then they'll pick a couple randos as they come down pit road just to keep them all honest. Not doing quite the full teardowns like they were doing last week at the Nationals, but still enough to keep it fair. Make sure to keep the guys honest.
Oh yes.
But we're not tearing blocks apart here.
Not yet.
Yeah, no, not until this gets a little more. I mean, it's competitive, but this is also something fairly new for these drivers. And at the end of the day, we're trying to make this as accessible as possible. Keep it fun. Keep it friendly for all the drivers. I mean, we're not running for money. This is pride and bragging rights on the line here today. So, a lot of excitement coming up here. We've got a short break on track as we get these results processed and get everybody gridded up in order. definitely looking forward to this 20-plus car Legends field today. We're going to be combining everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. Bandoleros will still run in 2 groups, and I was given word that we are going to run them at 6 laps instead of 8, and if we get an abundance of cautions, it will end at
whatever it's in.
Wherever it's at. And so that was a major concern yesterday with the guys out there eating up a lot of track time.
Big props to the grid, to timing and scoring, to race control.
I
was rather impressed.
The safety crew got their steps in yesterday.
Yeah. I was rather impressed of how smoothly and quickly we operated yesterday, and the ability to get through the entire event with very minimal daylight left at the very end of it. You couldn't tell it if you were watching at home, but
and it's recoveries is something that happens at a racetrack. Cars spin, you got to go pick them up, but with these guys, they're used to running flat ovals, banked ovals, short, basically short track racing, and doesn't take long for a safety crew to get to you when you're on a quarter-mile track, or 3/8 of a mile. But out here on a 1.16-mile track, you could run off course in a spot where, it might take safety guys. They got big F450 they got to wheel around the track, and if they got to go over a mile to get to you.
Hey, they do it pretty fast.
And they do it incredibly fast. We have some of the fastest response times.
From pit out to the far corner
it was less than 2 minutes.
It was like a minute and like 12 seconds. We timed it. It was rather impressive.
It was quick, but another part of the learning curve here at road courses for these guys, they're coming in. For some of these drivers, I was talking to them at registration, this is their first time out on a road course. So they are learning. Every second counts out here of seat time. And that's one of the things we love about Atlanta Motorsports Park is we're a training facility. We're a learning track. This is where you come to hone in the craft. This is where you come to get better at the sport and, just at driving. And it doesn't matter whether you're in the race or not. This is when you get that time. And
looks like we got 2 bandos on track already.
I see a couple bandos out there. I wonder if they're getting the.
I wonder if they were late entries and trying to get them.
I don't know. We'll have
There's only 2 of them out there, so I don't see anybody else. Well, anyways.
I heard some radio chatter over there, Mikey. What's going on?
I am trying to find out. I don't know if they got green flags.
Maybe this is qualifying?
Yeah, maybe this was overlap qualifying. So, it says it's a race, but there's only 2 of them. Huh. All right, then.
Yeah.
I'm a little confused.
I'm trying to figure out. Hold up. We got to mute that outside mic. Hey, who's got that audio?
So we are trying to figure out exactly what is going on right now. We're not sure if this is an actual race or if these are 2 drivers that are qualifying, but
all right, so I have some news.
Okay, go ahead, Mikey.
I heard from up in race control. They missed qualifying, so they're just giving them a couple laps. It's just 2 drivers.
Okay, all right.
So I think it says it's a race because they just started a new session on Race Monitor.
Okay, all right. So
we're not missing any actual racing.
Okay.
They're just some missed qualifiers.
I was trying to figure out what was going on there, especially getting the green flag at the start of turn 1.
Yeah.
That was a little scratching my head a little bit trying to figure out what was going on.
Nope. So we are still on track. So we should have our national anthem pre-race ceremonies coming up soon, and then into the future races.
Well, Mikey, so far, how do you think the day's going?
So far, so good. Cars are looking fast.
So again, to recap what is going on track, these 2 drivers missed qualifying. So they're getting a couple laps in before we start our opening ceremonies.
Correct. Yeah, just 2 drivers. They missed the last session, so nice of the crew.
And more importantly, we got that copyrighted music off of the speakers out there.
Yeah.
That's a.
If you're anywhere near that mic, please do not be playing any music.
they had turned us off on those speakers out there. So we were just talking to ourselves up here in the booth and you guys at home, but we weren't talking to anybody outside.
Oh, well, welcome.
Yeah. Hi. We're here.
We're here.
And awake.
We're here, awake, and been on air now for about, 15 minutes?
We've been filling space. Well, that's what we're good at, Steve.
Yeah, we are pretty good at that.
And it looks like Carter Erickson got his second lap in with a minute 19.855. Be interesting to see where that stacks up with the rest of the times. Maya Earthley with a minute 28.455. So Carter Erickson, he was second place yesterday in both races for the Bandolero A group. Maya, I believe, was in the B group.
Yeah, she was in the B group and went from
in
fifth
there.
to first, and then first to
Yeah, that I don't think I have seen
fifth back to first.
I don't think I've seen more. Fourth to fifth or fourth to first, fifth to first passes because first or second would spin out and everybody else would panic break and spin out, so the person all the way in the back would just cruise around. Definitely kept things interesting. One of the big changes we're going to make here today to help with those race starts is they're going to flag them from turn 1 today.
Okay, so that's just
rather
the
than
bandos?
Yeah, just the bandos. So rather than starting them at the start-finish line, we're going to start them all the way down here where you're looking right now at turn 1. So that way they don't have an opportunity to get to full speed before they hit turn 1.
Checkers are still going to be at the start-finish.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, they'll finish down there, but we're going to race start.
So it's like almost like an F1 style start in some instances.
Oh, that'd be fun if we started them from a standstill. Start-finish would be fun.
Well, it looks like our cars are coming off track, so, I think it's about time to get rolling with these opening ceremonies.
And you got confirmation, Mikey? We ready to go down there?
We are. We're just waiting for this last car to come off. You see him rounding these final turns.
Ryan Newman livery. I don't know. I just have a weird thing for old NASCAR liveries.
I love any sort of classic NASCAR. And there goes that final driver off track.
All right, Will, we are ready. You got a prayer lined up?
I might have one in me. It is Sunday after all. So if we could ask everybody to please stand up, take off your hats, and please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we are gathered here today at Atlanta Motorsports Park to witness this great spectacle of motorsports racing. We ask you to watch over all of our competitors today. We ask you to watch over the track workers, the safety crew, and we ask you to watch over everybody in attendance here. It is through your mercy and will that we are here tonight, and we ask you for your forgiveness. Please keep everyone safe, and let's have a great day of racing. Amen.
Amen. And now, to introduce our national anthem singer, again, I'd like to welcome Savannah Nicole, recording artist and songwriter from Nashville. Go ahead, Savannah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home
That is how you do it.
Yeah, and it's kind of a special day for Savannah today. Today is her birthday.
Oh.
So happy birthday, Savannah, from us up in the booth.
All right.
Glad you could spend the morning.
Oh, no. I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to embarrass myself
that.
after that. Yeah.
I can't match that energy. I mean, I can match the energy, but I can't match that vocal range. It's going to sound awful.
I don't know what it is about the national anthem, but I just feel more patriotic every time I hear that, and especially before a race.
I just want screeching eagles and F-16s and the greatest flyover ever to happen.
Yes,
right now.
and I'm waiting for gentlemen, start your engines, and
we need to start doing that.
I know. Well, it's kind of it would be cool at the go-kart track. We've got everybody there, just all fires them up at the same time.
Oh yeah. Well, they have to.
Yeah.
I have ideas.
Yeah.
Next season.
But nothing makes us seem like professionals like having a live national anthem.
We are
definitely bringing up the quality of this production. And so awesome to have Savannah out here. That was a fantastic performance. Great rendition of the national anthem.
I started looking for like an F-16 flyover. It felt right.
Daryl, I'm gonna need a drone flyover. Can we get that? Can we get that on?
I mean, sometimes you might get Chase Elliott out there doing backflips in his little Cessna. He'll come up there, do some stunt flying every now and then.
He's got a Cirrus that he flies a lot. That there's also another. He's got a V. Oh God, what is it? It's a V. It's called an RV aircraft. They're little mini experimental aircrafts.
I think we're actually kind of in a flight path of a couple military aircraft because you'll see like a C-130 flyover, Black Hawk, Chinooks.
Yeah, you're on the flyover for Lockheed right here.
Yep.
And while we're over here on this drone shot of the South Paddock, just off to the right up there, just want to give a big shout out to Monster who came out here helping with this event. So if you guys out there can hear me in the paddock, definitely go by, check out the Monster tent. They are passing out plenty of free beverages. So if you need some energy, no, not those kind of beverages, Steve.
No, I was talking. I can't.
Steve,
have
come
those
on, it's a Sunday.
I need a
Have
Monster
some
energy
respect.
drink. I need a Monster. Okay.
Okay, I thought you were going to say a different type of drink.
I can't walk right now, so I need somebody to bring me one up here in this booth.
So big shout out to them. We our safety director up there in race control. He was able to reach out to them. He does a little moonlighting with Monster on the side. So
moonlighting,
moonshine, yeah. And
Monster Energy Moonshine.
So they come out and promote it at events. And I was actually down there yesterday. I was like, give me some of your water, because one of the things I love about when they go to places is they're not allowed to be seen drinking any other beverage than what they're repping. So people aren't going to drink. Well, some people do, but if you're an employee at Monster. You can't just drink Monster Energy all day, every day. It's your sole source of intake. So
that reminds me of after NASCAR races, especially with Ty Gibbs.
Oh, with the sponsors making you.
He's got the fake can, but it's obviously got water in it.
Well, and that's what I went down there to the Monster tent. I was like, hey, give me some of that water, because they call it show water, but it looks like you're drinking an energy drink, but it's just plain Jane water.
Oh, okay. That Dasani water, because Monster.
Well, no, it just tastes like water with a slight tinge of an aluminum can to it. So if that's your thing, I don't know. Some people like it. Some people swear Coke in a can tastes better than.
No, Coke in a bottle is where it's at.
No, Coke from McDonald's.
Coke from McDonald's is the only right choice.
I could make jokes, but I'm not going to. But Coke in a bottle is the best. Now, Dr. Pepper from McDonald's.
No, I mean, I'm talking Central America, straight out of the cane fields.
Oh, yes.
Coca-Cola.
That is pure. The purest you can get.
Well, no, the purest. Well, anyways, about to make a Charlie Sheen joke. And there's some of our young racers out there getting ready. Excited to be out here racing today. I definitely know it's warming up out there. We were here at 7:30 this morning to open up registration, and
a little chilly.
Yeah, probably should have worn my ice skates to come out here this morning, but it is definitely warming back up right now.
Pair my car if you want to.
Got to put the snow chains on to come to work. But right now, getting these Bandelero drivers lined up for their A feature race. That'll be our first race of the day. So we're going to have Bandelero Group A, which will be the top qualifiers. Then we're going to have the entire Legends field. So we're not going to be doing Legends A and B. We will be doing, I guess, Legends AB. It'll just be all one big conglomerate of legend cars out there. And then we'll be doing the Bandelero B group. And then we'll line them up, do it again. So we've got double features here today. So we've got 6 races on tap. So hopefully y'all are tuning in and ready for some excitement. I know normally Sunday mornings are kind of boring for sports fans because not a lot going on till the afternoons, but We figured we'd come keep you company here today.
Now, Mikey, do we have any comments yet?
Let me check.
So, yeah, I love reading
We have
some of the
a comment on Facebook from Legends Nation's. Big thanks to all of you at Atlanta Motorsports Park for streaming the racing action. So
Sweet. That's
Awesome.
Tony Stevens out there. Big shout out to him. He's does a lot with the Legends and Bandoleros. He follows them around, does their streaming. Good guy. I was actually reaching out to him before this, asking for any kind of help, and he said, "Yeah, no, no, I'm just kidding." He's like, "Your competition, go away." No, it's just no, he's always a good help, good resource.
I have noticed though that every time we do stream the Legends, we get a lot of guys in the chat commenting that they're so excited to see Legends on the screen.
That or, wow, Bandoleros can actually run a road course.
And the thing with these guys is they're historically they're a supporter series. You know, you go to any short track and they've got super late models. They've got, you know, the big dogs that you used to seeing on Friday, Saturday nights, and usually the run up are these guys. You know, they're not used to getting the center stage front, attention. You know, that's part of the program that we try and put on here is, you know, we try to put everybody front and center. It's good to have this kind of exposure. It's good to have, honestly, you know, the racing aside, getting a camera shoved in front of you and getting asked a bunch of questions, it's good practice for these guys.
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, you never know what tomorrow will hold. I mean, you could end up, you know, doing some of these massive, big races where TV presence is there. And some people, honestly, they don't know how to do an interview. It's rather funny. You get a hold of some of these younger drivers.
We were talking to some of these guys, you know, in the drivers' meeting and prior to it. And, you know, media skills are just as important, honestly, as driving skills, because you can be a great driver, but if you're not marketable and you can't sell swag and merch for whoever's sponsoring you, you're not as valuable.
You have to have personality. You can't be a stick in the mud.
Yeah. And so that's something a lot of these guys end up learning the hard way as they get further up the ladder, as they're making their way into higher level series and bigger races. But, you know, we do our best here to try and give everybody equal coverage and really just put the sport front and center. We love having them out here. We love seeing everybody racing. You know, we really are about the next generation of racers here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. And it looks like Race Control has these guys lined up. Might be having a mechanical there on the number 7 car.
Is that 7P? Or is that the 7?
That's just the 7.
That's Powers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Camden. And, I mean, I guess rather have it happen now before you're right in the middle of the race.
Exactly. Okay, getting the clarification from yesterday because we messed it up a lot.
I actually asked him about 3 times at registration how to pronounce his name, and I said, I'm probably going to forget, so that's probably why he sent you up here, right?
Mockowitz, right? Mockowitz. I'm going to write that down. Mockowitz.
Please, folks, we encourage you, if you're a trackside, come heckle us. Tell us how bad we're butchering your name.
Please.
We're just a couple of hardworking guys up here. You know, we got day jobs.
We're a bunch of blue-collar guys.
Yeah. Although I'm sure all my Catholic school teachers are just, like, shrugging right now.
Taking a roller and throwing it at something. Cause
I know Sister Clister's rolling over in her grave right now.
William!
Yeah. Man, 11th grade English was brutal, let me tell you.
Yeah, 11th grade English was brutal for me. I had to repeat it because a teacher failed me.
Steve, you're the only guy I know that graduated.
How did you fail English?
Well, it was because this one teacher decided to assign 30 essays a week.
You know, Steve got to the end of his senior year and he said, you know what? We need you to stick around next year.
I was still top 50 in my class. I was 47th.
Like, man, I can't believe 13th grade math is this hard.
No, math was easy. Just that one English teacher. That's the only class I ever failed.
And a great shot of our field right now. Daryl Cannon, Killboy.com.
Sherman already heating up the tires. He's ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready to turn and burn right now.
All right, boys. What's the line on turn 1 spins?
Well, since it's going to be starting at turn 1, I'm going to say 1. Just 1.
Yeah. I'm going to take the under on that. I think we're going to have 0. I have faith in these guys.
I'm going to give the line here at 2.5 spinners. You're going to take the under?
And something's going on here. It looks like one of the drivers having a little issues with his clutch there. I don't know if we're going to get a clean start here because he just held that entire pack up.
Sherman's got a mechanical.
I don't know if it could have just been he didn't stay on the throttle the entire way up that hill.
We'll find out in just a second. So Sherman's
going
to hop back in
Still got
line.
the double yellow, so let's see. They might be able to, since we're not starting them at the line. Let's see. Yeah, they're getting them tight enough. Let's find out. Now, keep in mind, we are not doing it at the normal start-finish. We're going to do it down here at turn 1. Let's see if we see that green flag. And I think Mr. Ken Reagan himself is the one down there holding the flag. Nope, they're going to send him around one more. Yep, there they go.
Okay, that was a
Yeah, that was a late,
that was
late
little
green flag.
little delayed, but everybody made it through turn 1, so that's
Hey.
what we wanted.
Hey, where's my money, Mikey?
Well, you didn't make any bets. You just said under. You had to put money on it.
That's how betting works.
Oh.
Here's the farm.
Binky already out front right there. Sherman's fallen back a little bit.
Yeah,
already
I
to
think that.
fifth.
I wonder if he may have smoked a clutch. I don't know. As your field making their way through turn 5, down the hill, up into that uphill over 90-degree turn 6 right there.
Binky making it cleanly through and
And-
already getting out front, way
and
out front.
And I know Binky was happy to have that start down in turn 1. I think he spun out about 5 times there yesterday. So
Yeah, he struggled a little bit with turn
now
1.
with
but
some clean track and not a lot of competition around him, let's see if he's going to be able to navigate that better on this first pass at full speed as your field starting to spread out a little bit. You've got James Binky in that 1J up front, Chase Spalding in the 39 in second, Carson Sherman, who was your winner in both features yesterday, currently scored in third, but it looks like he's back to 5th right now. And so we were going to get some accurate data as they make their way past the line. So that is Chase Spalding in second, Landon Thrasher in third, Carter Erickson in fourth, and Carson Sherman in 5th.
There we go. Binky made it cleanly through turn 1.
And look at this. Everybody getting through pretty clean this time.
Yeah. Big improvement from yesterday.
And as they make their way cresting the hill, they're going into turns 2 and 3. Great shot there from our cameraman, Ethan Denny, out there. Cowboy Cam himself. So we named the position after. Because we would just abandon him out there at that water tower, come back. He'd already made a fire, built a tent. He's a
Started a
Northwoodsman.
settlement.
Yeah.
So as they currently run, James Binky, Chase Spalding, I believe that's Landon Thrasher in the 55.
That is Landon Thrasher, and it looks like, yeah, so he's in third right now.
Carter Erickson in 4th, Carson Sherman all the way back to 5th. Lucas McFall in 6th, Carson Cobble in 7th, Patrick Makowitz.
And I got to say it because of the award ceremony last night, but gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble.
Carson Cobble. And
Again,
unfortunately, that's probably going to follow him around for the rest of his life.
Patrick Makowitz.
We were doing the
in
podium, and
8th.
all the kids were just going, gobble, 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 gobble during the podium. I was like, oh, no.
Oh, boy. Connor Sanders in 9th, Greg Luffy in 10th, and I don't know if that's a typo or if that's actually the name. I think it's pronounced Comden Powers.
It's Camden.
Camden? Okay.
Yeah, and that was the 7P. That was the one that we saw having that mechanical at the start. And it does look like he was able to get it out there, but he's already being scored a lap down. So tough break for him. But right now, the real difference here is James Binky. You know, he was struggling all day yesterday, and right now he is commanding the field, although he's got Chase Spalding.
39 car.
Yeah, he is
closing
hot
quickly.
on his tail right now. Spalding running the fastest lap of the race that last time by, so we're going to have to see if Binky's going to have anything to respond with as they make their way through turn 6.
So far, Binky has made a great recovery from yesterday's multiple instances. Don't want to put the announcer's curse on him,
Yes.
but
They are definitely doing better today than they were yesterday, so
big
that is
improvement.
a
And I think
welcome thing to see.
I think it has to deal with them starting him down in turn 1.
Yes, I think that was a big, whoa, we got one driver going way off on
That looked like the number 8
and he's
car
able to keep it all together, but look at that, Sherman.
right on his
That was
tail.
Erickson going off right there, and Sherman
Oh,
almost,
look at that dolphin dive.
oh, and
Binky
that's
had
the
an
7.
issue.
No, was that Binky or the 7P?
I think that was no, that was the 7P.
Yeah, he is still having mechanical trouble.
I
But
thought
no-
that was Binky for a second with
No,
the
and
blue
it looks
car.
like Sherman able to get around Erickson. You know, Sherman coming up on Erickson that fast in turn 10, almost opportunity to return the
Look
favor.
at Binky driving that aggressive line blocking.
Yeah. And you kind of have to. 'cause it's-
Spalding's going to peek it into the inside
gonna
there. Let's see if
think
he's
about
going to
it.
He's going to set him up for turn
Yeah,
6.
no. Spalding ran another quick lap that last time by, so he has found some speed that Binky hasn't. He was over a half second quicker that last lap.
Let's see how he takes that corner.
Now, let's see. And right now.
Binky goes around.
Oh, and there goes Binky. And let's see if everybody else is able to get. Oh, Sherman right across his nose.
Binky's going to fall all the way back to about 7th.
But he is
After
still
that
under
spin.
power, so
Yeah,
that's
he's
good.
going.
He's getting back around.
Tough break for Binky.
And that's going to shift everybody up. So now Chase Spalding is your race leader. Landon Thrasher in second.
Landon Thrasher's
and
coming with a vengeance.
Don't count out Carson Sherman, although right now Thrasher's got his hands full with Sherman. I think Sherman's going to try and pull a move here, but they're going to run out of time here because we're only running a 6-lap race, so they're going to have 2 laps to go. Unless they run it out to 8, I don't know. They're doing pretty good right now.
I say run them to 8.
I'll be just as surprised as you if the white flag doesn't come out next time. And let's see. Yeah, Sherman, I mean, right now Landon Thrasher is Chase Spalding's biggest buddy because he is holding back Carson Sherman. And Thrasher's doing everything he can just to hang on to that second place. Because Sherman was the driver to beat yesterday in both races.
We've got another NASCAR reference in the comments. He pulled the Ricky Rudd on Davey Allison right there. That's from Mr. Mike Bear. Oh, look at Sherman touches the 55.
And that almost cost him because he got a little squirrely there when he did that.
Rattling his cage a little bit.
Oh, and he's off power. Did something happen?
I don't know what happened to Sherman. Sherman's way off pace.
Oh, no.
Coming through turn 6. Maybe he missed the shift.
Maybe. I don't know if those things do shift.
I don't know either.
And he is way off pace. And that's going to allow Carter Erickson to get by, so he is now your new third-place driver. That's going to give Landon Thrasher some breathing room.
Yeah, Chase Spalding, Landon Thrasher was Carson Sherman, now Carter Erickson.
But Erickson is gaining because Erickson finished second yesterday.
White flag out now on Chase Spalding.
And it is pretty much his race to lose right now. We'll tell you what that gap is at the line. 4 seconds right now from Chase Spalding all the way back to second place, Landon Thrasher. Carter Erickson about 1.3 seconds off of Landon Thrasher. So really the battle to watch right now is this fight for second place. Can Erickson catch up to Thrasher? He's got a little bit of a hill to climb at a 1.3 second gap, but
he does have a hill to climb, Will.
Well, we are at Atlanta Motorsports Park, so yes, there is elevation change galore here. Close to 100 feet of it here at the main track, although these drivers not getting to see all of that elevation change because we do have the backside of the track roped off. But right now, just under half a lap to go as you're watching second place Landon Thrasher making his way through turn 6. The number 8, Carter Erickson, trying to make the charge to get back on his bumper. We're going to see if he's got anything he can do as they make their way through
Local yellow flying.
Ooh.
I don't know what's going on down there.
I mean, somebody is probably off unless that was Sherman couldn't make his way around.
Sherman's down there at the bottom of, what is that technically,
That's turn 9, yeah.
Turn 9, turn 10. Here goes the 8 for the pass.
And here he goes.
It's going to be to the line.
Oh, and he's got a little bit. Oh, he's got some speed. Can he do it? Yeah. He's going to get around him. And look at that final turn. Carter Erickson getting around Thrasher, making it happen. You know, I think Landon might have taken it a little soft getting around Sherman there.
I think that he let
You're
off.
not supposed – the rule is no passing, but it doesn't mean you got to
let
lift.
off. No. No passing. Safely get around it.
Wide that is a tough way to lose second place.
Yeah, that was a good race.
Yes, it was. But, you know, Chase Spalding, he was out front by a country mile. And
definitely an improvement from yesterday's Turn 1 Wreckfest.
Yes, it was. And very unfortunate James Binky had to fall out with some kind of mechanical. Sherman fell out. There was a lot going on and a lot of position change. So
checkered flags are still flying, so trying to see who will come around this time. Can't see the number there. Did you get that on the timing list? I didn't see who just crossed the line. Tough break for Sherman after yesterday dominating, and I don't know what happened there when he came off of turn 6.
That was Connor Sanders that just crossed, the number 21.
Safety crew is already out there trying to get to Sherman.
Yep, and I am going to go ahead and take the headset off and make my way downstairs. We'll do some Victory Lane interviewing today.
Mikey, it's me and you Power Hour.
Quick, the boss isn't here. Whatever you want.
Will is a great boss, and I love him.
Yeah, Will is great. I love Will.
And is he out the door?
Yeah, he's out
All
the door.
right, Steve.
All right, now it's time for the real conversation.
That was quite the race. I think.
Oh, there's another car down out there. That's the 7P again. He was having. Oh, there's two cars down. One way up in the grass up there. I can't get the number on that. Is that the 29?
I think our drone man is on the way. Daryl's on the case. Daryl's been doing all of our investigative journalism. He's the one who found out about the.
I'm getting
extra
word over
cars.
here. He went straight into the wall.
Oh.
No lost brakes coming into 6, so it might be a little more serious. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, you can see safety vehicles getting up there to him.
And we'll get more on that driver when we know. But here's a good shot of them coming across the scales here in the tech area. Make sure they're all kosher. Make sure they're not, carrying. Well, I guess extra weight wouldn't be the problem. I guess it
No,
would be
the
underweight.
underweight would be the issue, yes. Yes. We have any more comments, Mikey, since we got a second?
Let's take a look.
I see one on the LRR side. Great footage from the Goodyear Blimp fellas, so that's a shout out to Daryl Cannon.
We have a shout out to Jason Treschel, Maria Treschel. So I'm going to assume that's a mom,
Maybe a grandmother, mom.
maybe a grandmother, someone in the family.
Could be his wife.
Hold up. Is he like
Yeah.
12?
How old is Jason Treschel?
He's an adult. He actually has a daughter that races in Bandeleros.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I think
I was thinking somebody else then. I was thinking that was a bando driver.
And, yeah, we're down here with Chase Spalding. He's just getting out of his car. High-fiving the team right now. Oh, it's his first win? Oh, his first win ever is what I'm hearing. You his dad? You his dad? Bet y'all are real happy right now. That is some exciting racing.
Big shout out to Al Edwards for watching with us today. Feels kind of weird, Al not being in a booth.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Go ahead and take it away, Will.
All right, well, we are down here with Chase Spalding, your race winner for the Bandeleros Group A. I'm hearing this is your first win ever. How you feeling right now, man?
I feel great. I feel on top of the world right now.
So take us through that. There was a little bit of some technical issues with the guys in front of you having some, I guess, mechanicals or whatever. What was going through your head when you're able to get by them and get in the lead?
I was thinking, like, he looks a little loose. So I just waited for him to spin, went around him. I was like, holy crap, I'm in front.
Well, you definitely didn't look back. You had a pretty commanding lead there at the end. Once you're up front, what's going through your head? Like, don't wreck it. Don't, keep it straight. Take us through some of those feelings.
It was mostly don't mess this up. This is possibly one in a lifetime chance.
Well, it was exciting for us to watch up in the booth. You like running out here at Atlanta Motorsports Park?
Yeah, this is one of my now favorite tracks. I like it more than the Roval down in Charlotte. We're up in Charlotte.
Oh, that's awesome. You think we ever get you in a go-kart back at the kart track? You ever think about trying that out?
We did last night. We did rental carts.
What'd you think about that?
It was great. I was light, so I left.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations. Good luck to you in race number 2 today, and we're going to send it back up to you guys.
Thank you, Will. Great interview as always. Congratulations to our first-time winner, Mr. Spalding. Got to be special, coming out in a road course and very first time winning. So he seems pretty happy. Dad seems pretty happy.
I gotta imagine if you get your first win at a racetrack, it instantly jumps up to
Your
being
favorite place.
racetrack. That's real cool to see him.
I'll
get
never
his first
forget
win here.
I'll never forget my first win in go-karts. That
Where?
was Airport Mini Speedway in Jasper, Georgia. Dirt track, purple plate division. That was a great win. I was like 6 years old.
Steve, we need to get in the rental carts and race each other.
I have not been in a competitive kart race in at least 10 plus years. And I would love to do it again.
Honestly, we should do an enduro.
I think me, you, and Will would be a great enduro team.
Man, that's going to be one slow and heavy team.
Slow, heavy, and we could broadcast the whole thing. We don't have to finish first. We just have to be out there to get coverage.
That is true. Get some GoPros on us.
GoPros, live feed. I think we could do it.
We get Daryl out here with the drone following us around.
Yeah. I think that would be a great way to market the Enduros here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. I think isn't there one coming up?
I do not know.
Or
You
one
have to
that just
check the
passed?
calendar. I think
haven't-
they put all this stuff on the calendar. So if you go to the AMP website, check out the calendar. All the events are on there.
Well, we got 20 bandos getting ready to go out on grid. Mikey, this is going to be a great show. If it was anything like yesterday's show,
Well, I think the Bando racing has been significantly better today since they've started them in turn 1 instead of on the front stretch. I think it's probably the right move going forward.
I agree.
And, you guys talked about them giving such a late green flag. It is worth pointing out to the people that don't know, they run like a receiver system, so they all have communications with the race control. So they can get the green flag a little late because they'll hear it audibly.
Now,
So even though on the screen it looks like they're getting the green flag a little past the stand, they're hearing green flag in their headsets, so they know when to go.
yeah, I'm trying to. Have we had any word on the 7P, the driver that made contact with turn 6 wall?
I think that is that down there. I think engineering is working on. Looked like, he had hit the wall, and I saw their engineering crews were checking on him. I think they're still trying to clean up the track in that area. So no official word yet, but I think everything looked good, from my point of view at least.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Everything looks to be A-OK. They're still down there trying to get that car strapped up to the flatbed, which tells me that that car has significant damage, which means it cannot roll. So,
Big shout out to all the engineering and safety crews here at AMP. Man, I get tired watching them run around. They do such a good job. They're so efficient.
they
fast.
are definitely getting their work out this weekend. I know that Will was talking with the head of engineering, I think yesterday or day before, and they said they love when these guys come out.
Yeah,
It makes it entertaining for them, and it gives them a lot of, not necessarily training, but more training in case, an incident was to occur. They get there quickly.
Steve, I've procured you. I made arrangements for you to have a monster. So
Thank you so much. You are my hero.
I do a little bit of everything behind the scenes here, Steve.
Yeah. Now, if you can just manifest a Hendrick Motorsports race car.
There's one downstairs. in the garage.
There's actually two downstairs in the
know.
garage. I want the third one. Yeah. Michaela, I don't know if you could hear over the mic. She's saying we want a third one.
So, Steve, we're coming here to the end of the year of racing. Kind of all the race series they die down towards the end of the year. And what are your big plans for next year? Where can people find you next year announcing?
Well, next year I am actually taking over. I consider it my second home, and that is North Georgia Speedway up in Chatsworth, Georgia. Big shout out to David Ridley, Andrew Littleton, whole crew up at North Georgia Speedway. They asked me to come on board back in October. I announced a race out there for them, and they were like, "We love you. We want you back." And unfortunately, the very next race, I was out of the country, and I tapped into my buddy sitting beside me, Will Rigdon, to come up there and announce some dirt track racing.
I'm just saying, you almost lost your job that night, Steve.
Oh, no.
I think had I given it one less boogity, they might have asked me back.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what killed
It was, that and all the Weber Valley jokes I kept making.
yeah.
But
Yeah, those Bangmaker guys, man, they
Yeah.
put on a great
So,
show.
Steve, when are we all three going to go to North Georgia?
Well, when do you want to go?
Well,
when are we starting this broadcast, Steve?
Well,
when's the meme cast?
The meme cast? I mean,
beginning?
we do a podcast Tuesday nights.
We didn't break our meme cast record until this season.
We didn't?
The one
That's
with
still
Jeff.
that held up as the highest viewed race.
Shout out our other drone pilot, Jeffrey Farver.
Oh, I remember. Oh, God, that was way back in
I
the
was
day.
out of town and we had no talent, so
One rainy Saturday.
I put Mikey and,
Me and Jeff,
and
our
Jeff
drone
at the
pilot.
booth.
And Jeff does a great job flying the drone. He helps us cover these races.
He does an even better job on commentary.
But,
Oh,
man,
yes.
does Jeff not know anything about racing. Jeff doesn't even know anything about cars.
Let's talk about conspiracy theories.
He's not here today. We can keep
We
talking.
can keep talking, yeah.
Oh, that wasn't the 7P AMP that was in the wall. What driver is that?
Jeff brought an EcoBoost Mustang.
Ew.
That should tell you.
Ew.
That should tell you all his knowledge of cars.
EcoBoost. Was it the V6 at least, EcoBoost?
No.
There's the four-banger. Oh, God. Well, it can't get worse than the Mach-E.
Yeah, but, you couldn't drive that car, Steve.
No, because I can't use my left foot.
Well, it had a clutch. So
Steve, you can't drive a stick?
No, I can drive a stick. I just can't do it right now. I mean, I probably could. Granted, it'd be very difficult, but I'm going to have to adopt the NASCAR method of 1 foot for all 3 pedals. So that's going to be hard.
when in doubt, throttle out.
Just send it.
As you see, engineering crews
Working diligently to get them off track.
Yeah, you could definitely see where that car had gone into the wall. It definitely lost its brakes.
So I just have to interrupt for a moment. We're being
At least you steered it into the hedges.
on one of-
to get a little more
Aim for the
cushion.
bushes.
on one of the chats. We're being praised right now. We are being told that we are better than NBC, Fox, and Netflix, and Flow.
Please, I will
and
cover the
Flow
next
Racing.
Jake Paul fight, and I will rib everybody.
We will cover the next.
I
Daytona
will
500.
wear the chaps on the broadcast.
We will cover the next Daytona 500.
You can't see it at home right now, but he actually is wearing them.
Yes, I've got some scissors and I'm cutting holes out of my denim as we speak.
Look at the
Hey,
concentration.
if it boosts the ratings.
Anything will boost ratings.
Well, yeah, when me and you were behind the mic.
It's like meme cast, but better.
Hey, I just said we would bring the personality. I didn't say we would bring anything else.
I wouldn't say bring a good personality.
We call ourselves talent in
Yes.
quotations. We try to make this broadcast as entertaining for
Yeah,
you guys at home as we
the-
try to make it trackside.
The only real talent I think we've ever had in this booth was John Matthews, and big shout out to that guy. He just called his last race with us a couple weekends ago at the go-kart track, and we are certainly going to miss John as he moves down to Florida this off season.
John is definitely on our Mount Rushmore, probably up there with like Charles Head.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but Charles is still local, so I could drag him out of retirement if I got desperate enough. I
I
could
don't
pick the
know.
phone up and beg him back up here.
put the bat symbol.
Yeah.
up,
I
Charles
called
Head
him.
symbol.
I called him before I called you to see if he would come up to North Georgia and announce that race. And
He said, "How far's Chatworth from Toccoa?"
yeah, pretty much. and then he
goes, "How deep are your pockets?"
I asked him. I was like, "So, will your wife let you come out and announce?" And he was like, "She says I'm retired. I say I'm not."
Well, we had about 3 farewell tours for Charles because
Yeah.
and I can fully relate to this. I don't ever want to give up the seat.
God
Like,
no.
it's so much fun being
Yeah,
up
Charles
there.
kind of pulled a Tom Brady where he like retired and then came back and one of
the
those
Ta- with the Tampa Bay for a
retired,
season.
and then he
I
can
don't know
still
if
come
he'd
back
call-
at any second.
I don't know if he'd call us Tampa Bay. We're more of like the Cleveland Browns.
I mean, if the check's clear.
We Hendrick Motorsports now?
Yeah.
We NASCAR?
And it looks like engineering was able to get that other car up on the trailer. I imagine standing on the back of that thing must feel like, Mad Max. Like
Yeah.
like in the wastelands,
I can
riding
only
that
imagine.
thing home. It would be fun to decorate up the tow truck like Mad Max.
Also getting comments on the LRR side. Some of our viewers, we would absolutely watch the Daytona 500 if we announced it.
Yeah,
we-
hey,
can we do a
NASCAR, if you're
simulcast?
listening, if you're
Can we-
listening, NASCAR,
Yeah. Yeah.
we will bring the ratings. You don't have to keep going to road courses.
No.
We will bring the viewers in.
You can leave the New Zealander
How
at home.
about NASCAR should come here?
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Talk dirty to me, Steve. I mean, we have a couple of Hendrick Time Attack cars here, and let me tell you, I have never been more excited than when I hear those things fire up.
I feel like they could totally run like an ARCA series here.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Arca East Road
Yeah.
Course. Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Why not? You know what? I gotta make some phone calls.
Little ARCA series, maybe get Chase down here, do a little bit of
Oh, yeah, that'd
PR.
be fun. That would be a lot of fun. Not as much fun as the Dawsonville City Circuit.
Yeah, the Dawsonville City Circuit's
I
got
am
to happen.
still rooting for that one to happen.
I will do everything in my
Well,
being.
if you build it,
They will come.
I just liked having fun naming all the turns.
I will say I have never seen a better turn than the historic straight to jail. Is maybe the greatest turn name I've ever. Like, it kind of keeps me up at night that it's not real.
Okay, another
Referencing,
comment.
of course, to a great April Fool's post that
I think
William
people
made.
still think it's real.
Yeah.
You had
The
a
county
couple,
was getting called.
You had a couple good
Wait a
runs
minute.
on April Fools where people weren't quite sure if it was real or not. I know
Like
the dirt
how,
track.
Yeah, the dirt track.
Yeah, the dirt
good
track
one.
one was good.
Yeah, I think that could happen.
Well, what was funny is I had actual pictures from when the track was still dirt, and they were paving up. They built the new building, and they were paving, and I had this great picture of a dump truck on the track. So it was really easy to just Photoshop and make it look like we were pouring dirt down, and yeah,
So-
that got some folks.
Yeah, that did. So more comments are coming in. We need to Mad Max Racing Series now.
Yes. Well, we've been talking with we've had a couple guys with Lunatic Racing and the guys that race up at Durham Town doing the quads, and it would be cool to get some side-by-side racing out here. Do some because we probably can't do full-on super stadium trucks here, but we could definitely get some quads, put some little mini kicker ramps, and run them out on the
Hear
short
me out, Will.
course.
We flood the infield. Speedboat racing.
Speedboat
yeah.
racing. You know
Yeah,
what?
no,
I got a better idea.
Some naval.
Naval
we
combat.
could do the Coliseum. We could just fill it up with water
Yeah.
and have full naval combat simulator.
Wait, you haven't seen Gladiator 2 yet, have you?
I have not.
I don't think it's out yet, but
I think it just came out.
You know what we need?
I heard that was the biggest thing everybody was upset about.
But that's a real thing. Did you know that?
Well, no, I know they did it, but they were upset that there were sharks. They were like, how do they
Yeah,
transport
I don't know how
sharks into the Coliseum?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
not
going to
realistic
suspend
enough.
my disbelief here for a minute.
Hold up, it's a movie. Speaking of a movie, this racing already seems like a movie. I feel like we could definitely film Days of Thunder 2 here.
Yes, let us be the announcers for. I mean,
I'm again, anybody at Warner Brothers or Fox or whoever's listening,
yeah,
we will gladly be your announcers for the new Tom Cruise movie. That is if it's actually going to happen. I know they're talking about it.
I mean, it'd be fun to be in a movie with Tom Cruise.
I've been in a movie with Matthew Lillard.
Well,
was cool.
if you
And
had
Clint
a
Eastwood.
scene with Tom Cruise, would you like a running scene where he does like the Tom Cruise run? Would you run with him,
I would be the guy having a heart attack.
or you'd be chasing him in a car? Maybe
In a car, yes.
Yeah,
that's fair.
With a gun, because that's how
I
those
want
movies
to. I
work.
want to be the bad guy. I want to be the Chick Hicks of Days of Thunder 2.
Rowdy Burns?
Yeah, I will shave down to my mustache.
I think my mustache would be more glorious.
You would probably make a better villain. Well, actually, we could be co-villains.
Oh, my God, yes. We could be the Kyle Busch-Denny Hamlin combo.
You could just be my spotter, and
Yeah, I could be evil spotter.
Look at this large field of legends
evil
we have.
stick him in the wall.
Evil Steve.
Oh, this is going to be great. So we got over 20 legends in this race coming up. Folks, if you were not here back in 2018 when we had the World Finals, we have not had a grid of legends this big at Atlanta Motorsports Park since then. This is going to be exciting as we get
this is
ready to
gonna be
take
great.
the green. This is the race I've been waiting for. And we have got all the competitors lined up here. They are going slowly 2 by 2. The hills of Dawsonville are about to ring with the sound of racing here, folks.
Bright and early Sunday morning. It's
If you
11:30.
are not away, yeah, if you're not
if you're
away,
not here, where are you at?
well, probably church, but
Oh, yeah. This is church. Welcome
the
to
House
Atlanta
of
Motorsports Park.
Speed. And there we go. Green flag is out. We are underway. And a little bit of action shaking up. Already some 3 wide as they head down into that hard braking zone, turn 1. Let's see if they're able to
Ooh, a
get
little
through.
bit of a smoke show there,
And
mid-pack.
Couple of drivers lining up. Wow, look at Will Hare all the way to the inside. He just made up 5 positions with that move.
That was definitely a Dale Earnhardt-esque style.
He sent it on the inside. And right now, Mesa Walters off to an early lead. It looked like he already had about 3 car lengths. Now he's up to about 5 car lengths. Look at that as he is pulling out in front of Jackson. I believe that's Jackson Reynolds in that purple car. We'll need to see as they get by the stripe how they shake up. That's definitely not Jason Tressel. So
Oh,
he is
no.
falling back from second to we'll have to find out where.
Look at that. 2, almost 3 wide action going through turn 6.
And that's Kyle Bacon right there on your screen, the number 48 right there in that mid-pack. And it looks like we got 1 car off pace just slightly getting past there, going back from 4th to 5th. But look at Walters already pulling out to a commanding lead. He was over a second faster in qualifying than all other drivers. So he is definitely going to be the guy to beat right now. And look at these guys doing some landscaping here on the rumble strips coming out of turn 10. And as they come thundering past our position here, as you can see on your scoring screen, Mason Walters is your race leader. Jason Tressel scored in second. The number 181 of Jake Tretow in third. David Rochester in fourth. Jackson Reynolds in fifth. Hunter Jordan in sixth. Austin Warner in seventh. Luke Yarborough, he was a guy to watch yesterday. He was one of our hard chargers. He is in eighth. Kyle Bacon in ninth. And Michael Gannon rounding out your top 10.
Great run so far by Mason Walters, way out in front. We've seen a little bit of a gap here between second and third of Treshel and Tretow.
And that is Tressel in that purple car. You know, it'd be easy to spot him now. He must have changed his livery during the offseason.
Yeah, I thought it was like a white.
He was in like a blue,
white and blue.
Yeah.
Kind of a, not generic, but generic.
I mean, I'm digging the purple. I like anything that's like royal purple. And right now, your field making their way through the backside of the track. Around Spectator Hill here, this is turns 8, 9, and then at the top of the hill, turn 10. That is our short course, 1.16 miles. So drivers turning laps in about a minute 5, minute 6. So this 8-lap race is going to go by before you know it. It's going to be about 9 minutes. Green flag to checker here if we keep everybody on track. And right now, our drivers are doing a very good job of that. As you see, the majority of the pack here making their way through turn 1. Your leader now just making his way through the S's up into the carousel.
A lot of packs in this group of 20 we've got out there. There's packs of 3, packs of 4, packs of 4.
Little sliding going on there from Drake Tretow coming out of turn 4. That big double apex carousel turn here. And they are going diving down the hill up into turn 6.
Mason Walters with the fastest time last time with a 105.656. Definitely not necessarily pulling away from the rest of the field, but giving himself a little bit of breathing room early on in this race.
Well, and as we've seen earlier, anything can happen. You know, one misshift, you know, you take one turn a little too wide and you go off-roading, that advantage is going to go away real quick. And right now you're seeing that is Jason Tressel in that purple car leading that mid-pack. Well, you got a couple guys getting a little squirrely there. These guys are using every square inch of the racing surface right now, and that is how you drive a road course. If it's paved and the tires spin on it, you could drive on it.
Oh, a little bit of smoke there. I think it was the 81 possibly.
Yeah, and he had to go a little
Is that
wide
Hunter
there.
Jordan?
Yeah, I think he was carrying a little too much speed. He had to go a little wide. He's going to lose a position, so we'll have to see how things shake up when he hits the stripe. And Tressel.
Yep, Treshel and Tetro.
And this has been the closest battle on track right now that we've been following. They have been bumper to bumper since the start of this one. I mean, Walters is going to take it because that gives him plenty of space to get out.
A little bit of late braking there, trying to throw Tetro off of his game coming into turn 6. The 31 and 181.
And look at that. Great defensive move, but a little bit of crossover as they're trying to get in line to take this turn. Tressel kind of turned in a little early there.
Both are sizing each other up, trying to determine what to do. Both driving very defensively right now.
Yes, and Tressel obviously turned in a little bit early. Might know something the rest of us don't, because on the full course layout, you normally stay as wide as possible until the turn in point, but with that cut-through turn being right there, that might be giving him an advantage.
Yeah, possibly. Let's see how they stack up going through turn 1 and turn 2. They're coming through about turn 3 right now. Mid-screen. Here's a good shot from Cowboy Cam.
And they're still bumper to bumper. I think Treetow's taking those S's a lot better because he's carrying more speed up into that carousel, but Tressel is he's wheeling them on every other part of the track.
Now, Will, please tell me this is a full 8-lap race and not
yes,
6.
This
okay.
is. Yeah, no, we're doing all 8.
We need all 8 for this one. This is not going to be decided this early on.
I told Timmy, I said, if it's good, just let him go to 10 or 12. I don't care. I want to see him race.
Give me 20.
And he said, well, you know, as much as I'd love to do that, he goes, these guys know exactly how much fuel they need for a race, so he can't just change it up on them.
Last second.
But right now, we are watching that battle for second place. Jason Tressel, Jake Tretow. They are going at it, hammer.
A little bit of a bobble there from T-Trial, or not T-Trial, but Treshel, coming out of the last corner into the straightaway.
And look at this. They are dancing all over the racing.
Look at their lap.
He's going to the inside. He's going to try and get him in the braking zone.
Didn't get him there coming through turn 1. Might have him there in the small little straight coming into 2.
That's a dangerous spot to try and do that because he might have
got him.
Gets him in turn 2. Treetow gets around Trestle, and that's where his fastest part of the track, and I think he was sizing him up those last 2 laps.
He was right on his bumper the entire time, following his line as closely as possible without bumping into him.
And look at this. He's starting to now pull away from Trestle, as now he's got some clean space in front of him. So hate to see it happen like that for Trestle. Now he's on his back foot.
Yeah, I was about to say, Trestle coming in hot into turn 6, almost right on the bumper.
Well, they're going to get the 2 to go next time by, so they are running out of race. So
hey,
Trestle's going to have to figure something out.
Good thing is we've got one more after
Yes,
this.
we do. But these are double feature events, so this race does count for points. So you are definitely racing for the victory here and not just position. As right now, Treetow leads Trestle coming out of turn 10. I think Mason Walters already got that thing back in the pits. He is so far ahead.
He's not that far ahead. He's
already. I think that's him pulling up the tech right now.
Oh, a little bit of smoke there from the 181 of Tito.
Yeah, he locked him up there going into turn 1. That kind of gave Trestle a little bit of an advantage, but is he going to be able to capitalize on it as they make their way through the S's here at turns 2 and 3?
Ooh, a little bit of curb hop there from both drivers.
Getting that front passenger wheel up all the way in the air.
I didn't know these things came with mowing decks.
That's just a preview of if we started doing some,
Trophy trucks?
Some trophy trucks out here,
Yeah.
And it looks like Treetow is sitting in. He's getting comfortable right now because he is definitely pulling away and getting that gap built on Trestle. So
Let's go back further in the pack here. Watch this group of 5 cars you see on the screen. Big battle right there. I think that is the number 9 of Jackson Reynolds and the 22W of Austin Warner.
Oh,
somebody's going way off track there.
And I
recovers.
think he just lost brakes. I think the thing is these brakes heat up, and if you aren't careful and cautious with them, you'll lose them when you need them.
Yeah. You definitely need brakes here. White flag
Yes.
is in the air. Mason Walters has already taken the white flag. I think his position is set as long as he doesn't make an error. It looks like he was coming through the carousel.
And Treetow starting to come up on some lap traffic, so that might play into favor for Jason Trestle trying to catch up, but that driver is going to go offline and let the front runners by, which is definitely the kind of driving you want to see because that is a very gentleman thing to do. You know, you're a lap down, just let them by.
Yeah, just get out of the way.
Not something we see in the kids, the
No.
kids racing.
No, they're like, nope, we're sending it regardless.
And it looks like Treetow's pretty much got this wrapped up.
We've got a full course
second.
caution for some reason.
Uh-oh.
I see the double yellows being displayed. Oh, we got a car in the sand trap down here. That's what's going on.
That might have been a local. Oh, no, that's the full, yeah.
That's a full course caution. Checker flags in the air. Mason Walters will take round number 3, race 1 here in our Legends program.
And I don't think the guy out there, that's just a local, the guy out there at turn 9. There has to be someone
there's got to
else
be somebody else
on or around
somewhere.
the racing line for it to be a full course. But I guess they let him race to the line.
I missed racing to the line. Back when NASCAR
you
had
hear us, NASCAR, we're talking to you.
Yeah, we're shouting. We're calling you out.
Oh,
NASCAR.
we're not holding any punches today.
No.
Netflix, NASCAR, we're coming for you.
Flow.
Yeah.
After that atrocity that was, what track was that? Wasn't Anderson. I can't think where they were at last night, where Dale Jr. was at. Big shout out though to the guys over there that got that fixed really quickly. One man single-handedly saved that broadcast, and that was our buddy. Hold on, I got to find his name because I've already forgotten what his.
Well, that driver that is off out there is the number 2 with Dylan Lee right now. Enjoying the view. At least he spun out facing the track, so he can watch the rest of the race.
James Pike. That was the name I was looking for. He single-handedly saved that flow broadcast last night. A pit reporter with a camera and a microphone was calling the race, filming from at the top of a hauler at this track.
Oh, wow. That is some production quality.
Oh, yeah. Dude was killing it.
I wonder if he's looking for a job. You know, we're always looking for quality help here.
Single-handedly saved that broadcast.
And there goes most of your drivers single file. A couple guys are waiting on the flatbed. And I think once they get off track, they will give the safety team the okay to go ahead and go out there and recover.
It was Florence. That was the track.
And while I'm sitting up here chatting, I need to be walking downstairs for this Victory Lane interview. So
Yeah, Will,
it
come
is
on.
now time for the Mikey and Steve hour. I will see you guys in a little bit.
Mikey, tell me about your perspective of this race. You've heard my perspective.
Yeah, that was a great race. Kind of everything we hoped for and expected. Clean racing, big pack, fast speeds, back and forth. No changes for the lead. I think Mason Walters had that thing on rails.
Yeah, definitely. He's very ready for the next race. These guys put on a great show. We got any more comments you want to read off?
I did. We had Tim Lampman in the YouTube comments said that it's pronounced Trey-Toe.
Trey-Toe.
Yeah, so Trey-Toe.
Trey-Toe. I was saying it right to begin with, not Tree-Toe.
I think that was Will.
That was Will.
That was definitely me. And I only remember if someone is in my face yelling at me that I'm mispronouncing their kid's name.
Well, we both have the memory of a goldfish, so this makes sense. But some comments from the LRR side. Ebel Steve is one of them. Don't know exactly what that was probably the Rowdy Burns, me and Will's go at Days of Thunder 2. And Reed Scott from Liberty Racing Review, still a better road course package than the Cup Series cars.
I mean, unironically, that's not even false.
No, it's true. There's passing. There's speed.
Hey, man, some of these Legends guys, they're kind of like setup gurus. Like, they get these things dialed in.
I want to say there's like a team that comes up from AMS that's got like, I don't know, 10 or 15 of the Legends guys.
Yeah, I always think it's
I don't remember
so
who
cool.
it is. They came up to the booth last time, and I don't remember their names, and I feel bad for it. I usually write things down, but I didn't write that down.
Well, I mean, you just mentioned you have a memory of a goldfish, so.
Say that again, Mikey. I'm sorry. I pulled the headset off for just a second.
Oh, I was just saying, you have a memory of a goldfish, so
I
it
do.
makes sense.
I do.
But I think we have our winner down on Victory Lane. Will, who you got down there with us?
Down here with Mason Walters, your race winner. He run both races yesterday, off to a victory here in race 1 today. What's the secret, man? What are you doing? I mean, maybe not talk too loud because you got all your competitors out here, but, man, take us through today.
It's just been a really good day. Every time I've got on track, I've been fast, so I'm just really thankful I can come out here and be competitive.
Now, is there any elements out here on track? Like, what's your favorite part right now?
I definitely like the elevation on this track. That's probably my favorite part about the whole track.
You figuring out turn 1 yet?
I'm trying. I'm still learning, but it's just been a really big learning curve today. Just trying to like fine tune the car and me, and that's what happened. We fine tuned it this race and we won.
Now, were you up at VIR last week racing with the Nationals? Is there anything different here? Like, what, take us through what you got from there and how you're applying it to here.
I think that definitely helped me with like my race, like being able to race around other cars. But for the most part, I've been racing road courses for so long, I didn't really take anything away from there and bring here.
Well, it was exciting to watch. We're happy you're having another good day. And you gonna do anything different going into race number 2?
Maybe go a little later on the start.
Well, it was exciting to watch, man. Congratulations and good luck for the next race. And we'll send it back up to you guys.
Thank you, Will. Congratulations to our winner, Mason Walters. Yesterday he had a great performance in that number 16 Legends car. Mikey, you think he's going to pull a two-peat?
So he won both races yesterday, correct?
I believe so.
And then he won today, so he just needs one more to have the weekend sweep.
Yes, and he also won race 2 during the October 19th event. So
Yes.
he has won 3 of –
5.
Or 5, yeah. He's now won 5 of the
No, 3 or 5.
No, 4, 5. My math's terrible.
We can't math.
He has now won 4 of the 5 races we have run.
There we go. We will get it right
And
eventually.
he might be up to
Will-
6 or 5 out of 6 by the end of it.
You remember
today.
how we were talking about how we were better than like
Do we
NASCAR
have a
broadcasts?
broom on property that we can hand him for the weekend
I will
sweep?
go. Yeah, I will go dig one up out of the closet.
We've done that. I did that back at Kart Track when I was.
Yeah,
the
and they're
reporter.
still looking for their broom, Steve. What did you do with it?
It is
That's
sitting.
Steve's broom.
It is sitting in Cartworks. Where
Yeah,
I
if you
got
wonder
it
why the
from.
floor is getting a little dingy back there, Steve.
Oh man, guys, I'm sorry. Big shout out to everybody that's watching Facebook, YouTube.
We got another comment on Facebook here.
Okay.
Debbie Daniel saying, "Let's go, Dalen Pennington, the number 47." So, I love the shout outs that we're getting in the chat.
We have to highlight those guys.
It really adds to the stream.
They're really kind of what brings the stream all together. I mean, we're doing it not just for us, for our people at the track, but we're also doing it for you guys at home that can't make it. We've got people that are viewing all over the world. We were talking about this yesterday. We've got people from Argentina, Brazil, New Zealand, I think was the furthest that we had so far. We had a couple from South Korea that was watching.
Always fun to see all the people around the world tuning in to see their friends and family,
we need to
and
get us
just maybe check out some racing.
We need to get us a broadcast map, of like a world map. Put pins on every country that we've hit.
That would be interesting. Yeah, we could do that.
So if you're watching us on any of our platforms, mention which country you're watching from if it's not the United States.
Or if it's from the United States and it's like, different state or whatever
Yeah,
city.
definitely.
Shout out where you're watching from. Always cool to, even if it's not out of country, cool to hear
Jackson
what people
State Penitentiary.
If somebody's watching from Jackson State Penitentiary, I'd be rather impressed. They've upped their game. They got Wi-Fi now. They got the clear TVs.
Now, I always told, we should do, the Key and Peele, introduce the drivers, at the car track when we do the broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Get the drivers.
Construction Sound, McKeetry, or whatever. Some of the names.
Kringle McDingleberry.
Yeah. Construction Sound, Dolphin Sound.
Dan Smith, BYU.
Yeah. The one dude with the normal name.
Yeah. Well, they start out normal, and then,
Then it gets crazier.
It's crazy.
Kringle McKringleberry. West Virginia State Penitentiary. That's kind of the names that they come up with, and some of the comedy's great.
All right, back in the chair.
Will, you're getting your steps in today, aren't you?
I know. Running double duty. making me rethink that milkshake I had for breakfast.
Would you have a frappe or something? Or an actual milkshake?
No, I am not that much of a sadist. Now, 12-year-old me? Yeah, probably would have all day long.
Absolutely.
And I'll say this, Will. Back in high school, I used to work at Chick-fil-A. The amount of people that would come in the morning and get a milkshake it's alarming.
And none of them probably make eye contact because they're staring at the ground when they order.
They're happy to order it.
Oh.
There's a bunch of sickos out there.
My favorite. We used to drive all the way down to Canton from my house in Cherokee County, and we would go to Smoothie King because there was not one anywhere near us, and we would order Smoothie King at 5 o'clock in the morning, work out, go back to Smoothie King, and then go to school.
Some of those smoothies from Smoothie King have no health benefit. They are
they
basically
don't.
milkshakes.
Yeah.
They're literally milkshakes, most of them, unless you get the full meal replacement ones, because that's what we did. And still, they're kind of milkshakey. They're good though.
Oh, I don't doubt they're good.
What about a breakfast milkshake?
You put eggs, bacon, and sausage.
I mean, can we be honest with that? I mean,
Hold up.
you normally have a glass of milk with breakfast anyways, so I mean, no?
Hold
No?
up. QT already tried this, okay? When they had the bacon milkshakes. Mikey, do you remember those?
I do not.
Oh, God, this things are
I'm sure
great.
you do, Steve.
Yeah, they had the bacon maple milkshakes at QT.
That actually does sound pretty delicious.
Oh, dude, they were great. And they only did it for a limited time. And I would drive out of my way to QT intentionally to get 4 of them. And then I'd sell them for $8 a pop when I got to school.
No wonder they call you Papa Biscuit.
No, I'm not Papa Biscuit. That's Reed.
Or no, that's Reed. Never mind. You're
Dan Goleg.
about to be Papa Milkshake.
No, I'm Dan Goleg.
No, you're going to be Breakfast Milkshake's going to be your
Breakfast milkshake.
It's going to be your name.
We got JP French toasted. All those wonderful guys.
And right now, we got a little bit of downtime. We do want to talk about something that is very important to us here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, And that's living at the racetrack because
I feel like I already
we
do.
are all diehard motorsports addicts, and we cannot get enough of this place. And if you are just like us and you don't want to go anywhere else but the racetrack, you might as well live here. And right now we've got these trackside villas, or circuit villas as we're calling them, that are on sale right now. We're taking pre-orders, so if you missed the boat with our trackside condos, well, we're still the ship's still at the dock right now. So if you want to be able to get in line, get an order placed, as you can see on your screen right here, this is where we are building the villas. So you see the water tower that we got out there around the carousel. On the outside wall, we are actually going to line the track with circuit villas. So you will have the ability to stand on your front porch, watch racing on the main track, and then go on your back porch and watch karting on the kart track. There will not be a better view in the house than what these circuit villas are going to provide, and they are currently on sale right now. They're going to be fully furnished, starting at $649,000, just pocket change, right, Steve?
Yeah.
I know you could, that's a average, paycheck for you, right?
Yeah, totally. Let me tell you about it. In this economy?
Yeah, well, I mean, with the inflation, that might as well be nothing. So.
Yeah. We're not going to get that.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. You need to get in now before the prices go up because, those trackside condos, when they went on sale at the very, very beginning, if you were one of those people that got in super early, under $300,000.
Yeah, got it for a steal.
And I think the last ones that went up for sale were over $6.
So I wonder if we can get a pan shot of our other condos. The condos that are completed. That was phase 1 through
that was
4?
phase 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So the big long row of buildings was phases 1 and 2, and then the little the third or the second building there at the end was phase 3.
Yeah, there we go. There's a good shot of those.
Yeah, and
we had
you can see some folks out there right now watching the race. So we're happy to have you guys here, hanging out with us. A lot of them have the race up on the TV, and they're sitting out on their porch.
Yeah, some of those are available on Airbnb. And
yes.
What's the other one?
So
Verbo? Is that
VRBO.
VRBO?
If you're ever up here for a track weekend, definitely check out those short-term rental sites because there are a couple of these units already on there ready to rent.
That's gonna be
nothing like waking up and just opening your door and hearing that sound of
bachelor
racing.
Party. Get wild.
Oh yeah. Oh.
don't get as wild as I did.
Don't give the people too many ideas, Steve. If you wanted to consume a large amount of alcohol and not drive and still be at the racetrack, condo's a perfect place to do it at.
So, Steve, when we do our enduro, we can book one of those so that afterwards we don't have to drive home. We can just go crash at the.
Yes. Hey, not the words you say at a racetrack.
We can go.
Oh, okay.
Continue the party.
Yes.
Because we're not gonna stop. I can't wait for Five Flags, Pensacola. We're
the Super Bowl of short track
Snowball
racing.
Derby. This is going to be great. We got Will coming down. All the LRR crew is going to be there. Going to be a great party. Going to have a couple drivers come out and hang with us.
And real quick before we get off the topic, if you are interested in anything real estate, motorsports, realty related, check us out online, atlantamotorsports.com, and just go to the Motorsports Real Estate tab. It'll have all the information on the condos, the circuit villas, all the offerings we have here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. You can find all of that at atlantamotorsportspark.com.
Now, do you remember how much membership is? I don't remember.
It's
gone up since the last time.
It's not terrible, but it's about $12.5 to come in as a titanium or as a tungsten member, and we go all the way up. We've got several levels of membership up here at the main track, and the big difference between the levels of membership is how many days you get access to. Because at the lowest level, you get one weekend day a month, and you get about 3 or 4 weekdays a month. So if that's enough to
wet your chops,
to get the bug out of your system, then that's great. If you need more than that, we've got higher levels of membership. They go all the way up to the diamond level, and those guys get close to about 150 days a year out on track. So
now I might be talking a little early, but we plan on building any more garages?
That might be. I mean, these new condos and circuit villas have garages in them. So as members here move out of their garages and into condos, in theory, I guess, we are creating more available garage space because we've been rented out for
since they opened.
Pretty much
since they broke ground.
The second they build them, they fill up. So, I think that wait list was up close to 2 years before we started building the condos.
Yeah, it was super quick.
The condos definitely alleviated some of that stress, but we're still 100% sold out, so you got to hop on a waiting list if you want to get access to a garage. And you know, most of the people I talk to, they just like to hide their cars up here so their wives don't see them.
Yeah, hun, that was
Well, no, because the big common thing I get is, you know, I got told I had to get it out of the garage, or the Corvette was taking up too much space, so you know, kind of had to get the garage.
she
you know,
told
up
me
here at
I
the
had
track.
to sell it. I told her I sold it, but I didn't tell her I put it in the garage.
But it's, you know, a lot of guys like to store their toys up here, and it's also convenient when you don't have to load the trailer, come up to the track,
Yeah.
especially if you are in a track-only car. Like if you're the kind of
Yeah.
guy that has, you know, 200 tread wear tires, you're not deriving that as a daily.
God, that would,
You know, you
that
got
would
a
be rough.
you got a 5-point harness in there.
Look at that 3. Look at that front clip from where it was
Hey,
absolutely obliterated.
if it moves and
yesterday.
it shouldn't, duct tape.
That's great race tape.
Yep, that's how you get it
Now,
done.
to me, this seems a
I
little.
wonder if that's an aerodynamic advantage there.
This one kind of hurts because there's a 3 on the car, but there's a Mustang logo.
No.
I mean, I'm a Ford guy. I love it.
Dale is spinning in his grave right now.
I love it. But Dale started in a Ford, in the 2 car.
Yeah,
So I mean,
it's just not a Chevy. Like if it's got a number 3 on, like all the cars I've had, I have not put a number 3 on it unless it was a Chevy.
You want to do some blasphemy? Let's wrap my car in a Dale livery.
No, we're putting you in a Denny Hamlin.
Oh
That's
God,
the way
no.
people throw eggs at you on the highway.
No, I don't want. No.
23
No.
XL.
Okay, yeah, that's what my,
Well, you
my
do that.
shirt size.
No, I did not order that. I'm sorry, Steve.
Dear
Yeah,
Lord,
where do
how,
you go shopping?
how
Like
big would that shirt actually be?
you just go to the big store? There's no tall.
Yo, big and round.
Yeah, the big and wide store. Where I get most of my.
I love that we crap on each other up here in the booth, but we're the same exact size.
That's what makes it fun, Steve, because we're both fat. We can say these things.
Mikey, you want in on this?
Yeah,
No.
it's the 1-ton broadcasting coverage.
I will not throw stones at my gingerbread house. It's made of
Gingerbread?
gingerbread because I'm
Why?
fat.
I was going to say you don't have any.
You're-
No, 'cause he doesn't have any walls left because he's eating it.
Is the paint icing?
Yeah, so the shingles.
And we got way off topic.
Yeah, I know.
Let's get back to racing. Let's see. Mikey, we got any more
What do you got?
comments
Yeah.
since then?
Yeah, that comment section's got to be filling
Yeah.
up.
I know there's a lot of guys that are watching on the LRR side.
We got a couple comments on the Facebook side. Julie Lee saying drone footage is awesome, and that she is watching her son from California.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
and then
Good morning.
Maria Treschel saying that she's watching from, and I don't know if I pronounce this city or town right, Gloucester,
Gloucestershire?
Gloucestershire,
What
Gloucestershire,
country?
Virginia.
Oh.
It's probably not pronounced that way in Virginia.
And if we pronounce your city name wrong, please come up in the booth.
yeah, light up the comment section.
yeah,
Come up
yeah.
in the booth.
Yeah.
And then we have Dylan Lee's aunt watching from California. So
So
people
back
chiming in where they're watching from. So yeah, California, that's a decent ways away.
Hey, and you know, we don't give enough credit to the state of California for what they do with racing. We've had some good racers come out of California. I know a lot of guys like to focus on the Southeast because we obviously have a real big crowd here, but if it wasn't for California, there probably wouldn't be any racing out in the West Coast.
Oh no, California, Nevada.
And definitely Irwindale, even though sad news about that place.
Yeah, that was rough.
Big hit to the figure 8 racing community.
You know, to lighten the mood a little bit, reading some comments here. We need an evil Steve and evil Will to run a race team to bring down Tom Cruise in Days of Thunder 2.
I am down.
We need it to happen.
I'll just be the announcer's like he can't do it, you know, and then
Well,
he goes
you know,
out and does it, makes
we
me
have
look
some
like an
people
idiot.
that work on film on our production staff, so we
Yeah,
can
we
get a script
Well,
together.
you know what? We need to write a script.
Yeah, let's have a meeting.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
Shove it
I
right
wouldn't
next to your.
be zooming in too much there, Daryl. Might give away some
Put
crucial.
It right, put it right next to Jeff's 912 script.
Mechanics working hard down there on that. I think that's the 181. Or is that just the 81? Can't tell.
That might just be the 81. Maybe, I don't know. I can't tell.
tell.
That might be a one on the roof.
Nope, that's a
that is
181.
That's a modified 81.
Yeah, I was about to say that was the 81.
I-81, L81. It's like a different font.
I don't know.
I got to get these cars on track.
I think all race cars should have 3 digits. Imagine how much fun NASCAR would be with everybody having 3-digit. I guess you don't really need them because there's only 42 cars out there.
No, there's not even 42. There's 36.
Oh, they cut it back? Where have I been?
Haven't watched NASCAR since,
Well,
Dale Dad.
yeah, pretty much. They done killed NASCAR. Sorry, that's my boomer self coming out.
Boomer
Will up here in the booth.
Boomer Will, what's your thought of stage racing?
Darn fiddling with my point structure.
What do you think about them their points?
I think instead of they should add more stages.
Well, here's the thing. If there was no points in stage racing, Chase Elliott would have like 5 championships. So I am already against it, but
Championship.
he would have won this season.
He probably would have. I think based on points, it would have been
Not him, gosh darn
cheating
Joseph Joey Logano.
Oh God, yeah.
Should have been eliminated in the round of 8.
This is a hot take.
Yeah, we're in controversy hour right now.
Yeah, yeah, this is hot take. We're waiting on racing to start, so we're gonna give our opinions. So
and nobody wants to hear that.
No. Joey Logano, average finish was 17th. That is the worst finish for a NASCAR champion ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
How can you take it serious? I mean, we run a tighter show than that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, we don't have charters either.
No. And, I mean, heck, our downforce season came down to the very last race. The
last
last lap
lap.
of the last race. Like, it – yeah. Okay, so NASCAR, if you're listening, give us a call.
Yeah, we're gonna come in there and change everything.
We are going to fix this. We will right the ship.
You mean the script?
Yes. Well, we will –
Kyle Larson to win every race of the season until it really matters, and then he just forgets how to drive.
Well, if Mikey's writing the script, that's not how he would do it.
Kyle Larson wins every race by 15 laps.
Yeah, and the championship, and stays off of iRacing.
Yeah.
2 days in a row, I got it in.
Oh boy,
our references.
I just want everyone to win a NASCAR so we can all be friends. Why can't we all just win?
Yeah, everybody gets their week to win.
I'm going to be completely honest here. The one driver that I am hoping and praying finally gets his win, this hurts me to say, Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs has proven to me the past season that boy belongs there. Even though it is granddaddy's ride, he kind of, was given that ride. He's proven to me at least that he belongs there. Another one that I want to see win more races just because I want to watch the world burn, and I love him.
I know who you're about to say.
Bubba Wallace.
I know, I would. Hey, folks, waving. We're live, Facebook and YouTube. Time for Controversial Opinions with Steve and Will as we are waiting to get this next race up and running. And
you might agree with this, you might not.
I am right there with you, Steve.
Yeah,
I would love to see
I love
Bubba Wallace have himself a run and a good season.
He's a great dude.
Well, here's what's crazy. The week my son was born, this is how I know greatness was in the making. The Queen of England died. And William Darrell Wallace Jr. got his first legitimate win
at Kansas
on a speedway. So I'm just saying it's meant to be.
That's interesting, Will, because his first legitimate win happened at Talladega.
His first win that was not given to him on a rain delay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little controversial.
Where all the laps in the race were run.
Yes.
Mikey's in here.
Shaking his head like, oh, boy. I'd also like to see Tyler Reddick win a championship.
Yeah.
That's another driver I'd like to see do some big things in NASCAR.
Just anyone but Denny Hamlin and
I don't care. I don't care who it is as long as
I gotta stop railing because Joey Logano actually raced in Legends. He came up through this series, raced in Georgia. I was talking to Timmy Hudson, who's our race director upstairs, and he remembers interviewing Joey when he was like 8.
Yeah, he was very young when he was coming to the program. He ran at Lanier a lot. I want to say he even started on the quarter midget track at Lanier.
Yeah, and I think he did some Thursday Thunder and big name on the scene down here when he was coming up through the ranks. So
I remember my sister. My sister's a massive Joey Logano fan, massive, and I don't get it because I was growing up.
So you only talk to her at the holidays?
Yes. No, I'm just kidding. I talk to her all the time. But big Jimmy Jam family. We love Jimmy Johnson, always have, and it's just a little weird. But her being a big Joey Logano fan, watching the championship race. She calls me and she was like, I told you he was going to win it.
And right now, looks like we are waiting on some. I think they're repairing the tire wall here.
Yeah, I think that might be what's going on. Yep, that is exactly what's going on. I wonder if somebody made contact with that when they were coming in. Yeah, looks like they're jacking it up, trying to replace something. So glad y'all are hanging out with us and enjoying this.
That must have been from. That wasn't this past race, was it? Was that?
I don't know. Was that the incident that was causing the? Did we miss something?
That might have been. I don't remember somebody going to the wall there.
I don't either. Maybe somebody hit it when they were coming in. That could have been what happened. Maybe somebody made contact with the wall and tore it up. And we just missed it.
Don't worry, guys. I have our investigative journalist, Daryl Cannon. He's figuring out what happened. He's on the case.
Hey, look, there's a little bit of smoke. I wonder where that's coming from, Will.
Probably the Smoky Mountains, not a moonshine still.
Yeah, totally.
So I have word that at the end of that race, coming in, we didn't catch it, but yeah, someone did hit that wall.
Okay.
So they're just resetting the tire barrier, make sure everything's safe. You know, with them coming out of that final turn, that is kind of right
there
on the driver exit. So
yeah, that is a very important place to have a tire wall. You don't want that out of place, and especially with the speeds these guys are taking through that final turn. But right now we are waiting to get that repaired, and we've got the Bandolero B group gridded up and waiting. So once we get that fixed, we will get them on track and going, and then we'll line it back up and do it all again.
So continuing with our TED Talk hour, since we do have a little bit of downtime, Mikey, we need some of your opinions.
I don't know if you want my opinions.
You're talking to a Larson fan here, so let me just preface this conversation.
Greatest F1 driver to ever live.
I know. That number on his hat says IQ score, so.
Wow. Wow.
Wait, which one? You're on microphone 1, Will? Okay, I'll just mute you here for the rest of the...
Just for the rest of the day. Click.
Kyle Larson can drive literally anything.
I will say.
Yeah, he is a wheelman if there ever was one. And, you know, my big idea, take it for what it's worth, but I think you need to have a, you know, once and for all, settle the debate, who's the greatest driver across all forms of racing, and you need to take all these guys and put them on a freaking figure-8 track.
Bring back IROC?
And get your Larsons, your Elliots, your Lewis Hamiltons and your Max Verstappens, and every top level's got their couple of guys. Maybe throw Castronovas in there.
Speaking of it, anybody
Will Power.
Did anybody stay up till like 2:30 this morning to watch the Vegas race?
No,
I didn't either.
No. Does anyone care? I mean,
I don't.
Well, I can't say this out loud because there are a lot of people that care about F1 here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. But I'm sorry, when you're in the American market and you're having the race later than they would have
12:45,
later than they would have a darn pay-per-view boxing fight, like
the coverage started at 12:45 Eastern.
Either you care about the American market or you do not. Like when you have the races in Europe, have them on European time. When you have them in America, have them on American time, and you might get more American fans. And
we're getting a nice little lap around right here with Daryl Cannon, Killwood.com, coming around the track.
And this is a great perspective of the road course here. And right now we are about halfway through that turn 4 carousel. It's a big double apex turn, so you're about to hit the they took all the signs down, but right about here is that second apex, and then you hit your turnout. Right here is turn 5. You got an apex about halfway through this one. And this is where it gets fun because you're going inside, outside, inside on the track here, because then you go all the way back out here on the rumble strip into the heavy braking zone. You see where that turn in sign is. Turn it a little bit early there, Daryl, but you go all the way to the end of that rumble strip, and then you let the car just kind of float out here into the runoff at the exit of turn 6. And then you're just hammered down all the way through turn 7 and turn 8, and then you start to shift back over a little bit here onto the outside. You kind of nip that rumble strip, and you just stay on it all the way down. You see those 3, 2, 1 signs. And then right when you hit that turn in, you do a quick tap on the brakes, and you just let the car float through.
He went a little wide there.
Turn 8. Well, yeah. almost went into the beach. And then on a normal track, you'd keep going straight. On this shortened course, you'll just hit it up here into the cut through and then back on to the front straightaway here. And that pretty much completes the lap on the short course for the Atlanta Motorsports Park. This is what we call our short course layout or shortened course. Needs to be a better name for that. I call the backside the Thunderdome, or the Thunder Loop, but I need to think of a better nickname to call the short course up here. Although it's just easy to say short course since everybody knows what it means.
I don't know. We got a power. You know what? Let's pull one from the comments. Let's let the people
how about
decide.
this? Top comment gets to decide what we call it for the rest of the broadcast.
Yeah.
Tracky McTrackface.
There was a time where I'd say that would never fly, but
NASCAR's already done it.
yeah.
That was the Beery, or what was it? Racy McRace Race?
There's Bodie McBoatface.
Yeah,
Everyone in the country wasn't allowed them to name
something absolutely just stupid.
So my favorite was when they opened up voting in the Atlanta area when they commissioned a tunnel boring machine to basically dig this big drainage tunnel to go from the water reservoir, because they were decommissioning a rock quarry, and they were going to build a tunnel from the rock quarry to the water treatment plant in Atlanta. And the TCBM, when they were ordering it, they had a public vote for what they were going to name it. Or the the tunnel boring machine. And can y'all guess what the winning vote was?
Bory McBorbor.
Well, that was one of the was a name like that was one of the top runners, but I thought it was absolutely perfect. The winning name was actually Driller Mike. And I always thought that was pretty good. You always leave things up to the internet, and they will. They will always
get
deliver.
Some of the best names.
And some great shots of the facility right here. You can see just below those solar panels on the roofs. That was a big capital improvement project we had earlier this year, offsetting a ton of our footprint on the grid. Sometimes actually feed power back, but
I would hope we're feeding power back. That's a lot of
we
panels.
are currently the largest solar array in the Amicalola EMC district. So, basically the North Georgia market. We are one of the largest solar farms in Georgia, the largest up here in North Georgia. And, big shout out to our CEO, Jeremy Porter. We had a big EMC event here earlier in the year, so we've been doing a lot of progress, a lot of work with those guys. We got them installed back there at the kart track. Pretty much every building here has got solar panels on top of it and is helping to offset our footprint on the grid. We also got those lights you can see back there at kart track. That was another big improvement. And I know some of the guys here, when they were getting done when we got done last night, they just went right back to kart track because, it was too dark to race up front, but they flipped those lights back on at the kart track. So they were able to get some night racing in. And right now what we're looking at is member time back there. That's why you see those racing chassis on track back at the kart track. Unfortunately, if you're watching from home and you don't own one of those, you can't just show up and drive them. If that is something you want to do on the race chassis, you got to go take our kart racing school.
Which is fun.
Which is fun. We do those usually on Mondays and Tuesdays. And, if you just want to show up and drive, we do have our rental fleet. Those are a little bit heftier than these race chassis that we're watching right now. But trust me, you don't want to start in a race chassis.
No.
You will realize how big and out of shape you are real quick. And it doesn't matter how fit you think you are. Those race chassis will punish you.
I'll never forget my first time in an X30 on this track.
What's
about killed me.
what's crazy with racing karts is the amount of G-forces you pull in them, and there is no closer, car, chassis, whatever, to Formula One than there is in go-karting. And what's crazy is they're on complete opposite ends of the spectrum. Karting is the cheapest form of road racing. F1 is the most expensive form of road racing. And they both experience very similar G-forces, very similar styles of driving. And it's a great place to get your start, especially if, your goal is to go up the road racing ladder.
Yes. And looks like we're getting a live shot down here of the wall reconstruction. Looks like it's just about cleared up.
Build that wall. Hold up. It's not January yet.
Wrong rally.
Hold up. Yeah. I count exactly 47 tires.
That's strike two, Will.
I counted 45.
I stopped counting after the 45th one. We don't count 46.
45, 47.
I hear 40. I hear 46 is just a ghost tire.
Just
Somebody else is pulling the straps. Oh yeah,
Well, that's all over.
And the plug has been pulled.
What's that? We need to go off air right now.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Here's a great shot of our pools.
Some other parts of the facilities here at Atlanta Motorsports Park. This is our pool and hot tub, and
that thing's
and
heated, right?
Yes, it is a heated pool. I actually got asked that question several times yesterday. I was like, if you see a little water fountain overflowing from the hot tub into the pool, then it is heated.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a fun feature here. And if you want to work on your short game, we also got that putting green right there.
God knows I need to.
Yes. Well, that's about all you can do now with your
I'm telling you, I can go play golf all day. I cannot putt to save my life.
Fun story about Captain Mikey here in the producer's chair. When we first opened this up, we had a big summer luau, and we actually hired Mikey to run a putting contest.
Oh, jeez.
And I dressed him up in a captain's hat and had him out there. So he was Captain Mikey for the.
I had captain's hat and a Hawaiian T-shirt that was about 3 buttons undone. Too many.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
And that was when I learned that.
Looky there.
Ooh,
I see Bando's coming on track. The wall
we
is
are
fixed.
Ready to go. And yeah, a little bit of a delay in the program there. Not what you want to have happen halfway, but obviously got to keep the track safe.
That's okay. We kept up the spirits of everybody trackside and at home.
I
hopefully.
did not think we had that much stand-up material, Steve.
No, I didn't think so either. We did it, Will.
Yes.
Hopefully that doesn't happen again because we're out of material.
It's the 5 people that stuck around through that. Thank you for
to
staying through
The
it.
5 people. What are you talking about?
Tens of fans.
We got like 20 people watching.
After hearing you, Steve, they all left.
There's like 20 people watching on YouTube, right? Or not YouTube, but just the LRR side right now. Oh, now it's going down. Now it's 13.
We
said something.
You acknowledged it, Steve.
Cars came back on track. They were like, no, we're out. The comedy
done.
show's over.
Yep.
The comedy show was over. They're like, no, we're done.
Now back
we're done.
to your regularly
scheduled
planned
racing program.
No, there's actually a good amount of views on YouTube. We're averaging around like 50 throughout the whole day. So
That's pretty good. I think we can do better.
Yeah.
Did we send it an email blast or no?
No.
Oh, well then we're doing great.
Yeah. No. We're
But if
hammering
you are
out.
in the chat, hit us with a like, a comment, a share.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your brother, sister.
Tell your congregation if you're in church right now.
Yeah. Can I get an amen? He's making a left turn.
Well, we're just speaking to the Catholics at this point because it's after 12. So.
Yeah. I know my Baptist brothers and sisters who are out of that door at 11:57.
Yeah, I'll say they're
at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
already.
they're in the buffet line. And we have cat cars on course, so they're getting through their warm-up lap.
Was that 8 drivers we've got on course? Is this the second Bando feature? Is there 2
No,
different groups?
this is Bando Group B. So this is the
next
first
group.
race of the B group. Yes.
Awesome.
And so right now they are making their way through the final turn.
We're back up to 21 viewers on the LR page.
Yes, nice.
They tuned back in.
Here we go. Yep. And we are going to be dropping the flag all the way down at turn 1 for this group. Worked out great during race 1, so let's see if we can have similar results here.
If I had to guess, they're going to probably start accelerating at the start-finish line.
Nah,
It should be about the restart zone.
Yeah, well, then I wouldn't throw the flag at that point. Well, let's see. And great shot there from Daryl Cannon following them with that FPV drone.
Green flag is out.
And we are underway.
Let's see. Everybody through turn 1. Nice and smooth.
And currently Reese Shirley is scored as your race leader. She was your top qualifier. And it looks like that's Levi Morrow in the number 3 car actually in front of the 111 of Reese Shirley. So right now your field heading through the carousel. Already kind of split up a little bit. Looks like Morrow's got about a 10-car advantage right now over Shirley. Shirley's got about another 4 or 5 cars behind her to Maya Eartherly. And then behind her, Ellie Hodge, Claire Stein, Kinsley Tatum, Dalen Pennington, and Krista Steele. Those are your drivers in this Bandolero Group B feature.
You know what I like to see? I like to see that 3-car up front after the day he had yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
What a recovery.
Oh, yeah.
Already being up front and already moving that much. So we got a
And
nice
look,
pass right there.
There's some more action. Now, that's Maya Earthly getting around Reese Shirley. It's a new second-place driver as they make their way through turn 9, up the cut through, and through the final turn here onto the front straightaway. And as they come past the stripe, they will get scored with their first official lap of this 6-lap feature race. And so your official running order, Levi Morrow is your race leader.
Side-by-side battle there.
Ooh.
See how they handle that going into turn 1. That's the 12 car. Ooh, Mata overcooked it. Saves it.
Yeah, that
was actually a pretty good entry and exit and double pass. Was that
and that
the
was
20?
Kinsley Tatum and Maya Eartherly. And so your official running order right now is number 3, Levi Morrow is your leader. The number 111, Reese Shirley in second. The number 47 of Dalen Pennington in third. The number 57 of Ellie Hodge in fourth. Number 7 of Claire Stein in fifth. The number 20 of Kinsley Tatum in sixth. The number 12 of Maya Earthley in seventh. And the number 11 of Krista Steele in eighth. That is your 8 cars on grid right now for this Bandolero B Group feature race number 1. And the track definitely heated up now. We are almost at the midpoint of our day in terms of sunlight, so this track's not going to get any warmer than at what it's at. So
that 20 is putting a hard run on the 47. Is that?
Yeah,
that's 47 of Dalen Pennington and the 20, I think, of Kinsley Tatum. Looky there, they're closing in.
Yeah, trying to form a train right now as they're making their way.
Choo.
Come on, ride the train. Well, they're going to need to get some drafting help.
Oh, looky there. A little bit of a poke out there.
If they're going to want any chance of catching up to Levi Morrow, he has found some speed, and he is checking out from that field. That gap at the line, almost 4 seconds, 3.965.
Oh, both drivers go and save it.
And they keep them both underway. Let's see if they're going to lose any more positions.
That 57's got some speed.
And that's going to break up that mid-pack battle we were following.
Man, they were right on top of each other.
And crazy, too, that last time, the number 20, Kinsley Tatum, was your fast lap of the race. Maybe that's why she had a little too much speed coming in that turn 1 while they both went off there. But good on them to keep those cars pointed forward.
Yeah, they're doing great.
At least able to keep the momentum going and staying on the racetrack, or at least get back on the racetrack, because that was what we saw yesterday. You know, they carry off in that sand trap, and once they stop, those wheels just dig in. They can't go anywhere.
I think the decision to start the bandos down in turn 1 was a great decision.
Yes, we have had.
And
well, I'm going to talk about it, but
it's been great.
We've been doing great. And so right now we are watching that battle between the number 20 of Kinsley Tatum and the number 57 of Ellie Hodge. Hodge catching up right now.
So roughly 3 laps in, Levi Morrow is our leader. Reese Shirley in second. Dalen Pennington scored third. Kinsley Tatum has scored fifth. And the 7 car of Claire Stein goes around coming up the hill.
She goes for the spin cycle coming through turn 9.
I think she's stuck. She's having some issues there. I'm assuming do these cars have reverse?
No.
Okay, yeah, she's got that car stuck.
Well, she's got that wheel turn, so let's see. She might try and go. But she is all the way off course there at the exit of turn 9.
Yeah, right there, about midway up the hill. So she's out of the way, but kind of directly sitting there in the, not the driver's line, but
so
in their view of sight.
Now looking with all that action, that's allowed Kinsley Tatum to catch up to Reese Shirley, who is your second place driver. And look at this. She's making a challenge on the inside as they come down the hill out of the exit of turn 5.
Turn 6 is going to be really pivotal here. He's going to brake later.
Oh, she almost got on her bumper. That was Reese Shirley braking a little early there. Almost caught a bumper full of Kinsley Tatum. Tatum had to check up. Yeah, and Tatum checked up. And that, at the end of the day, that worked out better for Shirley, because that created a little bit of an accordion effect.
Full course yellow, so everybody is slowing down.
I was about to say, there better not be a mechanical out of our leader.
No, that would be heartbreaking.
Tough break, but
nope. The 3 car slowing it down, massive lead there.
Our race director on the receiver with these guys, telling them to woe it down.
It's probably got to be for the 7 car stuck right
there.
They're pushing that car back. Let's see. They're going to manhandle that car.
And nobody listened to me when I said go get some Fox suspension and some big knobby tires to handle all the off-roading.
You know who's? The 47 car is stopped. The 47, that is
she's giving
Dalen Pennington.
Getting them the wave ahead. That's not where you want to stop with those cars. Those clutches do not like the hills.
No, that clutch is going to be eaten up if they're still on the throttle. I'd hold the brakes right there and just wait.
Well, you just stopped to say hi, but now you became a
now you became the hazard.
So they're going to get the push up the hill, and I have a feeling that Mule is going to turn around and go give number 7.
Go right back to get the 7 car. Happens right there, almost at the corner station. That was
like, hey, you doing all right? What happened? Oh, I'm stuck.
Not convenient, but convenient.
Number 7 was like, hey, you're not going to believe this, but I'm stuck too.
Hey, how you doing?
And they gave him the push. Oh, so he came off. The 47 maybe he was stopping to ask for help back to the pits.
I think that's what it was. So hopping back.
Well, since you guys are here.
Hop it back in the comments real fast. Miss Deb Hilton, she's watching from Michigan, and she says we are absolutely hysterical. Thank you, Miss Deb. We appreciate you. Glad you're watching.
My wife says that, too, every time I try and be serious.
You're just so funny.
I can't take you.
Oh, my God. Honestly, we should start a stand-up hour.
I know, right? Honey, this marriage isn't working.
What? Are you talking about me and you?
Steve, your knee's not good. You literally can't stand up.
Oh, yeah. I have no stand-up routine.
Steve's got a sit-down routine.
I'm like that rapper that we're seeing all over TikTok that can't put down the cup. Yeah, I gotta sit down. I can't stand up. Can't have a stand-up routine if you can't stand, right?
I was trying to think like Shabuzi, Shawaddle. I don't know what your stage name's going to be.
Jelly. All jokes set aside, when the country artist, if you want to call him that, Jelly Roll came into the scene, that was my nickname all through elementary, middle school, and high school football and baseball. I had people calling me, asking me if that was me, because some people hadn't seen me in so long. I'm like, what do you mean there's a celebrity with that name? And I was like, yeah, no, that's not me. Kind of wish it was. No, it totally. Let me tell you about my face tattoos and my.
I'm surprised you have not gotten a face tattoo yet, Steve. Of all my friends.
I'm going to get a giant 3 on my forehead for Dale.
Yeah.
Speaking of for Dale, the 3's out front. Looks like
always love to see it when the 3's out front.
So we should see a race restart here. I hear the cars winding back
they're
up.
They're going to keep them woed down until we get to turn 1, because that was, I think every incident we happened was on race. They'd all get speed and then they all spin out on the race start. And nope, they're going to keep them under full course.
Did they?
Did they? Maybe.
Maybe.
No, green flag.
Green flag is out.
Well, you know what? They don't have to see the flag to know it's thrown, because they've got those race receivers.
The greatest device ever
And
created.
I wish we had these in our main track series.
Kart series.
They can literally, kart series would be the way to go.
Kart series.
They literally, every single driver's got an earpiece in, and race control can talk to them, which is, from an organizational standpoint,
great,
invaluable. And so we are back underway. The number 3 car of Levi Morrow is your race leader. And, man, check out the zoom on that camera. I had no clue he was bunched all the way in there.
Way out there. Ooh, nice
little
and
bit
easy
of
for
passing,
the 7th to the 12.
And,
I think
that
that's
was
Claire Stein and Maya Earthly.
Yep, she's getting around the inside of Maya there, so that should put Claire up into the 6th position. That'll put Maya back down to 7th. And right now we're watching your leaders as they go through turns 9 up the cut through here into turn 10.
Is that Reese Shirley or Kinsley Tatum that's in 2nd? I can't see the number.
That might be the 20 of Tatum, but that's definitely the 3 of Levi Morrow up front. And we'll need to see as they cross the stripe. Yep, that is Kinsley Tatum.
Yep. Kinsley Tatum with a great run in this last little half of the race. They're coming down through turn 1. 3 car going to stick it to the inside, going to hold his lines. Same thing with Tatum. As they come into turn 2. A little, maybe it's passing action?
No, I think just that camera angle because he was
I thought
taking
they were
he
side
was
by
taking
side
yeah
there.
he was taking a different line through the S's there, which obviously with these cars being a little bit slower than the Legends, they can run offline to save time if they need to.
Well, saving time's not going to really matter right now because that 20 car is
Jeez,
coming with
she
a
is-
vengeance.
She is charging right now.
They enter turn 6. Let's see if the 3 car is going to break. Oh, a lot of braking.
Oh, and they both get into each other.
The 3 and the 20, our leaders are
And
around, so that's going to
gonna
put
let-
Reese Shirley up front. Let's see what happens here. Oh,
And
the
both-
57 almost makes contact with the 3, but is continuing.
Yeah, and that's I don't know how you call that from a race control
I
standpoint.
think
but-
that was just a racing incident.
Well, you need to wait till everybody's around before you start trying to re-enter. That's not what you would consider safely re-entering the race line. So they directly caused that spin on the 57 of Ellie Hodge. So, if these weren't like the absolute rookies, I would say you throw a penalty on it, but I'm sure they're just going to let it fly.
Somebody's cutting grass.
Ooh, going a little bit wide there. I think that's the 20
Is
of
that the
Tatum.
20 of Tatum? Yeah. Well, the 3 car right back on the
So
20's
let's
tail.
see. So, so they only lost one position with that.
White
So-
flag is in the air, so Reese Shirley took our white flag. Kinsley Tatum, Levi Morrow, Maya Earthly, and I believe
And-
coming to the line now is Ellie Hodge.
Yeah, and Earthly running her fastest lap of the race there. Look at that. Tatum almost going off track. She feels the pressure because she knows she's got to hang on to get that second place because Levi
Morrow's there.
he is hard. He's charging right now. Let's see. This is going to be the fight to watch this last lap.
After his day yesterday, can he make a recovery and finish in second? He bled
Well,
just
my thing
about
is,
the entire
can he
race.
make it past Tech? With
Yeah, all that tape.
all that body work done. Yeah. And so Tatum with that moves pulled out to got about a 10 car
at the
advantage right
moment.
now, but we're going to see coming through that braking zone. She was definitely shooting it in a little bit later on that turn than the number 3 car. But now that number 3 car is behind, he can just watch her line and brake when she does and hopefully get a little bit of time.
I think Tatum might have rattled Morrow's cage a little bit.
Yeah, I think that
Didn't mean to wreck him, just meant to rattle his cage a little bit.
just rattle his gauge. And right now you're looking at Reese Shirley, your race leader. Now, that might be a back marker right there.
I don't know. That 20 car coming up
That is
fast on whoever that
charging.
is. I think that's the 12.
That is the
Oh.
111 of Shirley. Yeah, no, look at that. Tatum is charging right now.
Double checker flags in the air. Bando Race B Feature 1 goes to Reese Shirley, followed by Kinsley Tatum and Levi
And
Morrow.
look at that. 121.830. Almost.
four-
that was
four-
over 4 seconds faster
faster.
than Reese Shirley.
Wow, I wonder where she found the time.
And over a second faster than Levi Morrow, who led all but the last 2 laps of this contest.
Ellie Hodge with a great recovery after the spin out in turn 6. Krista Steele in 5th. Let's see where.
And I know Reese is going to be
everybody
excited when I
else
get on to
finishes.
talk with her because that was, man, the doors just opened up.
Oh, yeah.
And I think one more lap, Kinsley would have had that one.
Well, we got a safety vehicle coming on track, so maybe a recovery.
And we've got a booth announcer going down to Victory Lane, so I'm going to hand it over.
To the Mikey.
Yeah, don't wreck it while I'm gone, guys.
Oh, don't wreck it while you're gone. Mikey, let's turn hard right.
No.
No? Okay. Well,
That
Mike.
car turned right.
Oh, well, yeah, that car definitely
The
turned
wall.
right into the wall up there in the carousel. That's the 12 car of My Earthly. Went a little bit of exploring up there in the carousel, it looks like. That's always a tricky part of the track to get her. Well, she didn't hit the wall, I don't think. I think she just got into the wall. Looks like she just parked it right in front of it. These cars don't have reverse, so she wouldn't be able to get out of that situation.
It's a tricky part of the track.
Oh, definitely.
The car does not.
I mean, drivers are told that if you lose power, you have any incident, you got to pull off the track as quickly and as safely as you can, and they're trying to get as far off the racing line. And it looks like you got your winners heading down pit road right here. Going to pass through Tech, make this win official.
See if I get a replay of that incident in turn 6
Yeah, see if we can.
that gave
What-
Reese Shirley our win.
That was heartbreaking for the 3. There's a little bit of a. That was a little later than the initial spin.
Yeah, a little early. Let's see.
Just go back ever so slightly. Well, our winner is through the scales. I'm sorry, our winner is not through the scales. Our winner is going onto the scales now. So we are waiting for confirmation for our winners down there. Will, what are you seeing down there in the tech line?
Seeing a lot of happy families right now.
That's always a plus.
Well, here we go, Steve. I got a little replay of that incident.
Okay, let's go back and let's recap what happened. So they're coming through the carousel, nice speed for both drivers, and the 3-car doesn't fully send it deep in there, and the 26 goes in a little bit harder and a little bit deeper, and you can see the contact happen right here, right at the pivotal moment of turn-in. Both cars go around, and then our eventual leader right there takes the lead, and coming back on the track, the 57 spins right behind those guys. Nice recovery for the 57, finished 4th, if I'm looking at the score sheet correctly.
So, yeah. That's a good heads-up play by Shirley just to avoid those cars that spun around and sneak through for the win. And I think Will is down there with our winner. Will.
Yes, I am, Mikey. I am down here with your race winner, Reese Shirley. Reese, well, you got the win in race 2 last night. You got the win here in race 1 today. What's going through your head right now?
I'm just so happy. I just can't explain how happy I am.
Now, did those feelings start when you got to see first and second spin right in front of you and you just got to go right on by?
Yes, it did.
So take us through those last couple laps, because I think that was on lap 4, so you had to hang on to that for 2 laps. What was going through your head? Because she was coming up hot in your tail there that last lap, and, I think another race or another lap, and this had been a fun contest. But take us through those last couple laps.
I just kept telling myself to just keep calm and just keep going, watch my mirrors, keep my lines, and try not to spin out.
Well, you going to do anything different coming out for race 2 today? You already got 2 wins in the bag this weekend. You going to try and make it a third?
Yes, sir. I'm going to try to make the 3rd win.
Well, congratulations on the win here, and good luck for the final race today. It was exciting to watch, and, good luck to you. We'll send it back up to you guys.
Well, Will, she seemed pretty excited. Looks like their engineering crew is going to fix this wall up here in the carousel, so we'll be down for just a second trackside. So, Mikey, now we've got the Legends back up. 20 cars in the last field. Great race overall. What's your expectations for this next race?
I'm anticipating another good race. It because this sets the grid for the race 1 set the grid for race 2. If you qualified poorly for race 1, but were able to drive up a couple positions and get in a better spot, you'll now be in a better spot for race 2.
Yes.
So I'm anticipating seeing a couple new names that probably worked their way up the field that we just didn't get a chance to cover because we were watching that battle up front. So I'm anticipating a lot of action for race 2. I think last race of the weekend, it's kind of the one that everyone's going to remember, right?
It's the last one of the day, last one of the weekend.
Yeah, you want to walk away with this
Can
one.
we see a full-on sweep of Mason Walters this weekend?
I mean, that's what he would like to see. But I think, there's about 20 drivers that don't want to see that.
Oh, no.
So I think it'll be an interesting race. And, yeah, it's been a lot of good racing today. The bandos have been fun. The Legends. Yeah, I think you guys have mentioned it, starting the bandos in Turn 1.
Yeah,
that's definitely helped. I think
definitely an improvement from yesterday and round 1. Not a lot of spin outs in Turn 1. Nobody in the sand trap.
And to be honest, I'm pretty impressed with the Bandeleros. They've kind of done a lot better in Turn 6. Like, Turn 6 is one of those turns that's similar to Turn 1 where you got a lot of speed coming downhill that you have to, brake properly and really not trying to spin out. And we've only had a few spinners and, off track. It's been pretty clean through that turn.
Yeah, it's been great watching the Bandeleros. Those are the youngest drivers on track. And doing a great job maneuvering this very technical road course. And it looks like our engineering crew just wrapped up, literally, the carousel.
Yeah, I think it's so cool that you can literally see the Bandelero drivers get better with each race. So I'm gonna look forward to when they come back here in December for the final race. Hopefully, all these races behind them, they can use that as experience. But Legends coming up here soon.
I'm waiting for the Legends race. That's going to be a great race all the way through.
They put on a good show, and they're
Yes.
they're so fun. They have such a good sound to them. You can hear them when they come by the building rumble.
That's one of my favorite things about Legends cars, the way they sound. I don't know what it is. I've been doing a lot of iRacing here recently with the Legends, mostly at Lanier, and that's a fun track to get around
the Legends
with.
do kind of have like a good following on iRacing.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of the big series guys that are in the iNext series. They're on there a lot, and I mean they're always at all these different tracks that are on iRacing, which is wonderful practice.
When I was pretty into heavy iRacing, those races were so good because they're shorter. So
yeah. They're what, 20, 25 laps?
yeah,
I
if you
think?
don't want to commit to like a longer NASCAR race or like GT3 race or something, those quick little Legends sprint races were so fun. You could just turn 50 laps at a short track and in and out in half an hour. A lot of fun. And as the engineering crew finishes cleaning up in the carousel, we had that one car off. And I see cars on course.
Well, that's always a good
But
thing.
I see Bandeleros on course.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. Are we getting another Bando race? Will, what are you hearing down there? Is this the?
No,
No. This is the next round of Bandos.
This is
This is the A group.
We were talking about Legends coming out. This is A group. You're right.
Man, my schedule's all messed up right now.
Well, I think we had that longer break where they were fixing the tire wall, where we had, rambled on for so long. We forgot that last race was race 1 of Group B. So now we are on to the second half of the schedule. This is the second race of Group A.
Yeah, the first round with these guys was great.
Yes. Yeah, so I am also looking forward to this race.
So that's, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's more than 8. 10, 11.
Uh-oh. Once it gets past 10, Steve runs out of fingers.
I can't count anymore.
Got to start using toes.
Yeah. Lack thereof. No, I'm just kidding.
Here they're going to be bunched up, turning onto the front stretch. They won't get the green at start finish. These are the Bandeleros. They've been starting in turn 1. So,
I believe that's Spalding out there leading our field to green.
great shot up behind them here.
Going to get a great shot of them coming up to speed as they cross our vantage point here, across the start-finish line. They come down into the restart zone, into turn 1. And green flag is in the air. We are racing again, Bando Group A. Ooh, a little bit of 3-wide action to start the race. 37 goes off track just a little bit. We're about to get more 3-wide action midway through our pack.
Oh.
Our leaders are already off and running. That is Chase Spalding, Carter Erickson, that are side by side through the carousel. Erickson peeking out ever so slightly, got about half a car length on the 39 of Spalding. As they come into turn 6, let's see who gets on the brakes first.
Battle for the lead early on here. Turn 6, heavy braking zone. The whole field comes down.
Ooh, the
Side
8
by
car
side.
still has the advantage. 39 car right along his side. They're going to be side by side coming through our little bit of a backstretch. That's Carter Erickson and Chase Spalding battling for the lead.
They've been side by side the entire backstretch.
Spalding has the advantage as they come into our last corner. Coming up the hill, Spalding, a little bit slow coming up the hill. Carter Erickson's going to take the advantage. Erickson goes to the point. First lap in the books. We're going to have Carter Erickson, Chase Spalding, Landon Thrasher, Lucas McFall, James Binky, our top 5 as they come through the line. Turn 1, they all navigate very cleanly. A little bit of off-road action there. I can't see the number on that car. But again, Carter Erickson, Chase Spaulding, right on top of each other. And this is going to come down to probably the last couple laps.
The focus is definitely on those first 3 or 4 cars.
Well, let's not count out the 55 of Landon Thrasher. Landon Thrasher's up there putting down a fast time already, 1:27.460.
And as these leaders chop it up, it just opens the door for a 3rd or 4th place, even the 5th place car to get up.
The 39 is going to peek a little to the outside. Under over, comes back to the inside. They're almost side by side coming into turn 7. But the 8 car of Carter Erickson is going to hold that lead.
Had the better corner exit. They'll maintain their speed down the backstretch as they head into turn 10.
Erickson there with a better drive off of the corner. Let's see what happens as they come back up the hill. Last time by, Chase Spaulding kind of lost it coming up the hill, but he's right on the bumper of Carter Erickson coming into the front stretch. As they come to the line, here goes Chase Spaulding. He has him at the line. Fastest time, 1:19.277. Spaulding back to the lead. Coming through turn 1, Carter Erickson still on his tail. These drivers have been going back and forth the entire race, Mikey.
These top 2 drivers putting on a show, Steve, as they make their way through the S's. Yeah, this is what
this is what we're paying for.
Yeah.
Look at that. Chase Spaulding, Carter Erickson, bumper to tail.
I mean, you couldn't even fit an index card in between them as they went through the carousel. That was insane.
That was a very close corner. 39 going to drive it in deep. Is he going to wait to brake? Make the 8 think about his line a little bit harder. 39 cleanly executes turn 6. So does Carter Erickson. A little bit of a gap now between the 39 and the 8 car. I'd say about a 5 to 6 car gap as they come through the back stretch into turn 8 and turn 9.
One thing I've noticed, Steve, is these Bandoleros, they're almost similar to the LO206s down at the car track. They have a little bit of that drafting mechanic in them.
Oh, yes.
We see it here on the front stretch where they will go side by side.
Let's see what happens with Chase Spaulding and Carter Erickson when they come to the line. Still right on top of each other. Not much is separating. Chase Spaulding again with the fastest time. Let's go back to 4th, 5th, and 6th. They're 2 wide, almost 3 wide coming in. That's James Binky, Lucas McFall, and Carson Sherman, who just ran the fastest lap. Carson Sherman to the inside there. A little bit of contact with Lucas McFall and James Binky. Sherman going to pull off into the middle there. So Sherman is now up to, I believe, 5th. Right in front of him, Lucas McFall. And Sherman's hard charging his way back up front after the incident in that first race. Back up to our leaders, Chase Spaulding, Carter Erickson.
There are definitely some fast cars back in that middle pack. And if these leaders,
any mess up, it's over.
Up or start battling, it'll open the door for almost anyone.
There's about an 8-car gap now between 1st and 2nd place of Chase Spaulding and Carter Erickson. Go back a little bit further in the field. Landon Thrasher sitting in 3rd a little comfortably right now. But James Binky has fallen back to 6th. And that is Lucas McFall up there in 4th. Well, he's about to go to 5th.
Side by side up the hill.
Sherman and McFall side by side, almost a little bit of a squeeze off there. They're still side by side as they enter the front stretch. At the line, it's still Chase Spaulding, Carter Erickson, Landon Thrasher, Carson Sherman, Lucas McFall, who side by side crossed the line. And in 5th, that was Lucas McFall.
They finally sort their positions out as they went through turn 1.
Oh, no. Lucas McFall is not done with Sherman. Sherman continues to charge through the field. He's got about a car length and a half between him and the 13 of Lucas McFall. Coming into turn 6 now. This has been a pivotal point of the track. Let's see how they navigate through here. Oh, looky there. Carson Sherman, Lucas McFall have caught 3rd place of Landon Thrasher.
They've all bunched up here down the backstretch into turn 10.
McFall peeking out just a little bit there, trying to figure out what line. Here goes Sherman to the inside. Sherman's got him coming into turn 10, a little bit squirrely on that exit. but he continues on, hard charging through the field. He will now sit in third. He's got to catch up now to Erickson and Spalding. Spalding and Erickson both cross the line. White flag is out. Chase Spalding will take the white flag. 1 lap to go in this amazing Bandolero feature.
This battle for third is heating up. 4 cars competing for the final podium spot. Sherman has driven basically from the back to a podium spot as they make their way into the S's right before the carousel.
We got Sherman still at point here. Landon Thrasher trying to hold off Lucas McFall. Let's not count out James Binky, who is sitting in 6th.
No, I think third place is up for grabs for any of these cars that are on our screen right now. First and second have kind of checked out. They are spaced. You can see them in the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, there's space. There is a
There's a slow
car
car.
that's a little slow down on the inside there of the track. The 9 car will continue his way through the field. Maybe this lap car might play a factor. It kind of does. The 13 will get around the 55. The last couple of corners, real battle for third heating up right now. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Bumper to bumper. Checkered flag in the air. And Chase Spalding will take the checkered flag. Right in behind him, Carter Erickson. Let's see where this battle finishes for third. So Carson Sherman, Lucas McFall, Landon Thrasher, James Binky, Carson Cobble. As they cross the line, a few more drivers have to come across. Let's see here.
And that was another exciting Bandolero race.
I know. Did you like that? Me and Mikey called that all by ourselves.
Yeah, all right. Got to go back down for victory lane. All right, back to Mikey and Steve Hour.
What a race, Steve. Carson Sherman driving from the back to a podium spot.
I know. Sherman, wow, came from the back of the field all the way to third. We need to talk to Sherman. We got to figure out what his secret is for that, because that was impressive.
You know, all these drivers would love to win, but I can't help but feel that Carson Sherman's going to be pretty happy with his drive there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Passing
And
all those cars.
Chase Spalding, wow, what a drive. Carter Erickson as well. I mean, all of our Bandoleros in Group A today, just, wow, impressive from a racecraft standpoint. Wow.
He was the class of the field, but, yeah, Carter Erickson, he was running fast laps. He did not make it easy for Chase. So Chase Spalding your winner, but Carter Erickson takes that second place, and then Carson Sherman.
You know, Mikey, you're not seeing it, but I am standing up I stood up for this entire race. That's how off the edge of the seat I was.
That was an edge of your seat.
I hope
type
your
of race.
doctor is not watching this, Steve.
I hope he's not either. He's going to be mad. Great race, though. Congratulations to our winner, Chase Spalding.
So we get the cars coming into pit lane. They'll make their way to tech and then meet our intrepid reporter,
Will Rigdon.
Will Rigdon.
That's a little weird to say. Will Rigdon, our pit reporter. But the man does it all, so.
He is a man of many
I
talents.
am actually in the bathroom right now trying to find a broom.
Oh. Well, now that you've said that.
I know, it kind of startled the in the urinal next to me.
As you can see, our winner in the 39. I got to say, I like this orange paint scheme.
Yeah, it goes hard. Reminds me of the old Mini Wheats car from back in the day. Almost the same exact font.
I always think of the it's like a popular like GT paint scheme, but it's the like Jägermeister orange.
Oh, yeah.
The Home Depot, like the Tony Stewart Home Depot orange. That you know, that's a good one.
Oh, you just saying that because you work there.
Used to work there.
Oh, that's right. I forget. You know, I might regret standing up for that long because my knee is now starting to hurt a little bit.
Isn't that crazy how that works?
Yeah, gravity. Chase getting his helmet off. Will should be down there any moment. I think he's running. Is he running? I think he is.
Will's moving. He's probably walking fast. I don't think he's running.
What are you talking about? I've been here the whole time.
Well, Will, we're going to pass it on down to you.
Well, we are down here again with Chase Spalding. You know, we were here for race 1. You got it done in race 2. Take us through that, man. What'd you do? I mean, obviously, you didn't do anything different. You hung in there and got it done, man. Take us through that race.
He put up a great fight. I felt we were very same in lap time, but I just have so much pull down the straightaway. It's unbelievable.
So you think it came down to a gearing choice today?
A little bit and a little bit of different line choice.
Yeah. So what did you think about the line out there today?
It was right up next to the corners, and it felt great.
That's awesome. So are you going to be back out here on the 14th when we do this again on December?
I have no clue. This is up to my cousins, Jake. Mom,
Yeah, parents are nodding yes.
He's going to be
But
back.
I just want to thank Jake and Nate Trado and Hunter Jordan's family for bringing me up here, giving me this great car. Just want to say thank you.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the sweep today. We will see you later at the award ceremony, and we're going to go ahead and send it back up to you guys.
Well, thank you, Will. Maybe you'll be up here for this next race. I hope you are, because this is legends.
I'm actually going to try and see if we can find Sherman here real quick.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We need to talk to Sherman. That was a drive. We need to talk about that. So while he's looking for Sherman, give some shout-outs here, some of the people that are watching. Mike Bear is still watching. Reed Scott still watching. Joseph Spatella. Deb Hilton up in Michigan, you're still watching. Thank you. Andrew Littleton. That's a name I recognize. He's from North Georgia Speedway.
Hey, we got Sherman down here.
All right.
Y'all ready to go?
I think we're just trying to get a camera on you, Will.
She's right in front of me.
Well,
Well, something's going on there.
yeah.
Here, stand that way a little bit. You might be because of we're under the bridge. Sorry, technical difficulties.
You know, this is the only hiccup we've had. Still better than Netflix.
And there you are, Will. Beautiful looking on screen. Go ahead, take it away.
Yeah, I'm down here with your third place finisher, Carson Sherman. Carson, man, you had some. What happened during that first race? You obviously had some mechanical trouble. Put you in the back of the field. That was a hard charging effort here today. Take us through that race.
Yeah, I believe we went through a clutch here. We kind of just broke it a bit, but so we had to unfortunately stop and came back out here. I'd like to thank my dad for working real hard, getting this thing put back together. Had good hopes from how we did yesterday, but I mean, I'll take the rebound of a P3 though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it must have felt good starting in the back. Anything you're gonna do different coming in here for the final race on the 14th?
I think we're going to need to fix some stuff because we went through like 3 clutches this weekend, but just come out here and try and get another win.
Well, it was definitely exciting to watch. Just want to say congratulations on that P3. It was a hard fought, definitely well earned. And
But before you go, Will, I could be wrong, but is this the Mr. Sherman that ran at Montgomery?
yes, that
in
is.
the
Actually,
Enduro?
I was talking to his dad before the race. And
Yeah,
yes.
we actually covered that. Reed Scott actually covers that for LRR at Montgomery Motor Speedway. That was a great show.
Yeah, no, racing runs deep in the Sherman family. Am I right?
Yes, sir. But yeah, he let me run a full-size car at Montgomery last weekend. It was awesome.
Oh, sweet. So, how about is this gonna be your final season in Bandoleros? You think?
No, sir. We're going to run next year.
Awesome. Well, you gonna run here if we do this again?
Most definitely.
Well, congratulations, man. Good job this weekend, and we'll see you later at the podium ceremony. All right, back up to you guys.
Thank you, Will. We've got Legends cars rolling on track, 20 Legends.
And I know Will is not going to want to miss
Oh,
this one.
no.
He'll be
No.
running up
Hey,
into the
I
booth.
am breaking the paddock speed limit running up here right now.
Well, you're going faster than 25 miles an hour? Nice.
It feels like I am.
He's just briskly walking.
It's like when you have a slow car and you go fast, it feels like you're going a lot faster, but you're going like 60 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a Miata.
It's the same effect on a jet ski. You know, you're only doing about 30 on the water, but you feel like you're doing 70.
Yeah, you're doing 1,000. That's what it feels like. Well, Mikey, since we've got Legends on track, what is your favorite motorsports legend?
Favorite motorsports legend?
Could be NASCAR, could be F1, could be any of the
Do they
above.
have to? Can they still be currently racing?
Yes, they can still be currently racing.
Okay. It's hard not to say, like, Elio Castroneves. I saw him win his 4th Indy 500 in person. That's pretty legendary.
Will, do you have a legend? Your
I mean,
favorite legend?
of current drivers, probably ARCA Menards driver Alex Clubb.
Big shout out,
For
Alex Clubb.
anyone that's in the know.
Oh, yeah, we love that guy. Alex Clubb, your 03 car. We love you.
I'm going to die if he's watching this stream.
Actually, I think he is. We love that guy. My favorite legend, personally, is Red Farmer.
Yes.
Red Farmer,
That is a good
historic
one.
career, Hall of Fame NASCAR driver, Hall of Fame National Dirt Track driver. Well, let's stop talking about Hall of Fame.
'cause
Let's
this
talk
is-
about the legends that are on
This
track.
is the race we have all been waiting for right now. Feature number 2, all 20 of them lined up door to door. We are coming down the front straightaway.
Ooh, the
And
sound
the
of the
green
mentions.
flag is out. We are underway. Legends Racing at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
Turn 1 going to be interesting. Already 3 wide coming into turn 1.
And those drivers successfully navigating door to door. Look at that, 2x2 through turn 1. Everybody gets through clean. Well, that was the part we were holding our breaths for the most.
Yeah, we didn't know what was going to happen there.
And
in
look at
turn
that,
1.
Jason Tressel getting around Walter, so he is currently your leader. He got the jump on him in turn 1. That purple number 31.
So what was that?
Jason Tressel, let's see if he can hang on to this right now because he has got a hard charge in Mason Walters right behind him. Walters almost a full second faster.
Look at there.
qualifying.
Walters going to the inside there.
Oh, and Tressel.
Tressel side by side now with, I think that is Tree Towel.
Yes, and he left the door wide open and lost the position to Walters, but let's see if he can get it back as they're making their way down the backside of the track right now.
A little bit of a bobble there from our second place driver.
And look at this to the inside. I think that's Tree Towel.
Tree Towel.
And let's see.
Little bit of contact
Yeah.
there, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
But he's able to get around Tressel, so that puts Tressel back to 3rd. And we'll make this official. Actually, that's David Rochester in the number 97 car. He is your second place driver. Mason Walters, obviously your race leader. Jason Tressel in 3rd. And the rest of the pack all getting down single file right now as they make their way through turn 1.
A lot of action early on in this race, 1 lap in. I'm glad we're getting the full show today.
Yes, we are. And I'm happy they just put them all together. That's what we should have done yesterday.
Yeah, this would have, ooh.
Oh, yeah. Talk dirty to me, Steve.
We got cars on track, and there's a lot of them.
And right now they are thundering their way through turns 4 and 5 down the hill into that very deceptive turn 6. We got to see the high banks line through 6 yesterday. That was fun. And right now they're all taking
A lot of
bit
contact back there
I'll
with
say
2
so.
white cars. That's probably
Trading paint.
That
Thank
might
God they're
be-
the same shade of color, or same shade of white.
that's got to be either Austin Warner and Jackson Reynolds or Michael Gannon and Austin Warner. I'm not sure who those 2 drivers are.
Great overhead shot of how that cut through works over at Spectator Hill.
And it's like they're running moonshine through the hills of Dawsonville,
That's-
kicking up all this dust.
That's pretty much what it was about 70 years ago. As right now, your pack heading through turn 1 again. And this is a great shot to show the elevation change coming through turn 1. It is more than just a flat turn. You are going downhill through that turn in a heavy braking zone.
Absolutely. These guys loving the rumble strips here today. Loving the grass, too.
Yes.
Sorry, engineering, you might have to replace that.
Not as bad as what the drifters do during 4th of
Oh,
July.
no.
So.
Nowhere near.
But right now, we are looking at your race leader. It looks like Walters, and now that he's back in front, he is starting to build that gap back up. Jason Tressel kind of falling back a little bit in 3rd place. He has got his hands full with Drake Trito just behind him. And look at this, the number 72, Luke Yarborough making the charge through the pack.
That's a name we haven't really called.
No,
Luke
he
Yarborough
was-
is a namesake in Legends here in Georgia.
And he had a rough day yesterday, but happy to see him getting back towards the front here today.
Nice little recovery from Yarborough.
And, Will, I'm going to interrupt you. It's Trato.
Trito. They've told me 5 times how to say it.
Yeah, I've got it written down right here. Trato.
I just remember it was toe. And right now,
Nice
again,
little group of 4 and 5. I believe that's position 6 through 10.
and that was Will Hare in that number 5 car there at the tail end of that shot coming through turn 1. And we are back looking at that mid-pack as they come through the S's and up into that big double apex carousel turn. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a legend car out at the Nürburgring, but this is about as close as they're going to get coming through that carousel.
We can do it in iRacing.
Yeah.
You in? We'll do this
Yeah,
immediately after.
You and all those Larson fans.
We'll go back to the kart track, hop on the simulators, and instead of Corsa, I'm pretty sure it's on there.
And right now, they are running it hammer and tong through the backside of the track through turns 8, 9.
You know, these guys really haven't
And up the
surrendered
hill to 10.
much
No.
space between.
No.
We're looking at maybe half a car length between most of these competitors.
Yeah, the only one pulling away from everybody is our race leader, Mason Walters. He just turned the fastest time of the race, and he's about 0.3 of a second faster than second place, the number 97 of David Rochester.
A lot of smoke coming into turn 1, but everybody has continued on. A little bit of late braking there, probably trying to push it to get around some of these other drivers.
And really, a lot of action happening up here up front. That's the number 41 car of Michael Gannon right there leading that mid-pack. That's 6th place, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th right there. I think that's Kyle Bacon there in 9th in that number 48 car.
I think you are correct. That looks like his paint scheme. As that group comes into 6th, they kind of spring all back together.
And right behind him, that's the 21 of Mitch Wright. I was talking to him during registration this morning. He says, yeah, I was that guy going off course all day yesterday. I said, you got to be more specific.
Which group?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Bacon
cuts the inside
4
corner.
off in that turn.
They gained a position from
Yeah,
that.
and
So
I don't know if that's legal.
I think that'll go to the stewards and race control to
Yeah.
decide what to do there with
He went all
Bacon.
4 off on that one. Glad I don't have that job.
Yeah, I am too. We're almost looking at 3 wide as they cross the line there. That's further back. That's positions 11th, 12th, 13th.
And we are 5 laps into this 8-lap contest. So this race is going to come to a close real quick here. So these drivers have got to take every bit of advantage of the time they got to make up position. Because before they know it, they're going to be getting the 2 to go next time by.
I think we are back on our leader here. I think that's Mason Walters.
Yeah, look at that.
Way
country
out.
mile of a lead he's got going on, although getting a little bit more of a challenge than he did yesterday. And I can hear some excited parents out there screaming.
They're getting rowdy. I like it.
Yeah, I can hear them over the sound of the cars.
Look at that into the last little corner.
Oh, and he got
gets
a hook
into
on him.
Gets into him. That is the 31 that goes around.
I think that is Treshel. Yeah.
Yep, that is Treshel.
And, oh, man, not what you want to see. I think that was Tree Towel got into the back. Yeah, because Tree Towel fell back. Yeah, that definitely had to have been Trado. Sorry.
Trado.
That was Trado that got into the back of Tressel, and that's going to shift everything around. That let Luke Yarbrough get around. So he is now your third-place driver.
So Mason Walters, David Rochester, Luke Yarbrough, Jake Trato, almost messed up too. Austin Warner, your top 5, coming into the last couple laps.
And we are about, halfway through this penultimate lap here. So they will get the 1 to go white flag next time by.
Look at this battle we've got brewing here with this group of 6 as they come through turn 6.
And a great shot from our drone operator, Daryl Cannon, Killboy.com.
Little bit of tire smoke there. That could have been dirt. We're going to see another inside take here on the corner. That's Kyle Bacon.
We'll call that the Bacon line through.
Yeah. Is he sizzling?
Yeah, he's more than sizzling right now. He is cooking with Crisco as they make their way through turn 10 down the front straightaway.
White flag is out. Big battle brewing here.
And look at this,
coming
Bacon
into turn
up to
1.
6th. So he's been moving up the grid. And a little bit of action happening behind him for 8th and 9th position. And right there on your screen, that I believe is Luke Yarbrough leading that pack of cars. That means Rochester Walters already checked out from this mid-pack. And that's Bacon right there at the center of your screen in that blue car with the yellow numbers, yellow 48. As he leads them down the hill there through turn 5 into turn 6. Making another pass right there.
Oh, one's around the 9th. Multiple cars.
21.
Multiple cars down and around in turn 6.
And that is not the place to be spun around, especially with the whole pack coming around like that.
Oh, yes.
And so let's see, 21 is underway.
And 9 is underway as well.
So that's going to keep the full course caution out. So let's see.
Mason Walters crosses the line, sweeps the weekend here at Atlanta Motorsports Park.
David Rochester picks up the podium, second place finish.
Luke Yarborough.
And he's going to get himself a podium finish as well.
Yep, Trey Towle and Yarborough were just about side by side crossing the line.
And looks like Mitch Wright, nope, he's fallen off. He was involved. He was one of the ones that spun out there trying to avoid contact at turn 6.
Will, you got the broom ready?
I couldn't find one.
Oh.
They locked all the doors on
They
me.
locked all the doors? Man.
And, man, we have got to go get down there, get another word with Mason Walters. He's going to get tired of talking to me. Ask him all these questions. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
car's good. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Same as it was 30 minutes ago.
Here, I got a little replay of that turn 6 incident.
Yeah,
where those
let's
cars
go
spun.
back and
let's put that
recap what happened in turn 6. I want to say that was the 9 of Jackson Reynolds and the 21 of Mitch Wright. So you can see a little bit of late braking. The 9 just goes around. I think he hit the brakes a little too hard coming in. 21 didn't really have anywhere else to go. They both back it in almost to the apex of the corner, let the rest of the field go around them. They were in not the best area there, but everybody got around, and the 9 of, I think, Jackson Reynolds would end up finishing 8th, and Mitch Wright would finish 10th, if that is how they are on my scoring sheet, if that is correct. Mikey, what do you think?
Another great Legends race.
We need more. I need more. We got all day, don't we? We can keep going.
I think
Have an all-star
it would be
shootout?
interesting to see a longer race. I think
15-lapper?
honestly, these guys, they keep it so clean and competitive. Like, if it was 15 or 20 laps,
Oh, but I'd be glued.
yeah.
Well, kind of. I don't know. I'd probably have to get up, move around a little bit, but great racing from all of our competitors today in the Bandos and in the Legends. We've got, I think, one more race to go, right?
So Legends, yes. Yeah, we're going to have the second group of Bandeleros for their final race.
And that
Coming up.
should close out our program today.
Close out our program and the weekend.
Yep.
Doubleheader weekend. Each day, double feature. So a lot of racing completed so far this weekend, Steve.
Oh yeah, we've had a lot of laps, a lot of cautions, a lot of close door-to-door action.
Although today, I mean, knock on wood,
yeah, we still got one more to go.
has been pretty good.
Like Walter's down there getting out of his car.
We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Sunday, 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 Legends Car Racing.
As Will makes his way down to victory lane. to
There
speak
was
with our
there was
winner.
one more closet I was looking for a broom.
Oh, did you not find one?
Nuh-uh.
Looks like they're having a nice little word. Looks like everybody's all happy with everything. I can't read lips, Will. I don't know what they're saying, but they seem to be smiling and happy.
I think they're saying you're a great guy. I really love your mother's cooking.
We should race again. Like
Let's
right
do this
now.
again, December 14th.
Meet me here.
As you see Will climbing over onto pit lane, our victory lane. Will, take it away.
Hey guys, I'm down here with Mason Walters. Man, you're gonna get tired of talking with me, man. You've been hogging the victory lane here, and I'm sure you're happy. You swept the weekend, man, both days. Just how you feeling right now with this?
I feel really good. I just can't thank Riley Halverson enough for all he does for this car, what he does on and off the track. I just can't thank him enough. I don't think I'd be here without him today.
Well, you think you're going to come back now on the 14th? Because you're pretty much going to be a shoo-in to do a good finish on the 14th, get the championship out here.
I don't know if we'll come down on the 14th. I hope we will, but it's nothing's set in stone yet.
I got you. Well, this is the first ever Moonshine Series, so it'd be awesome to have you back here on the 14th. Get to see you take that win home. Anybody you'd like to thank? Any sponsors? Anyone out here? I know we've gone through all the questions with you over the weekend, but anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I just want to thank Riley Halverson and my parents and just everyone does for me.
Well, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the sweep. Good job. We'll see you at the podiums later today. And Steve and Mikey, we'll send it back up to you. I know we got some bandos on track.
Well, it looks like we got bandos coming through. I think turn 6 into maybe starting group. Oh, well, hold up. Never mind. We got them at the start-finish line.
They're coming. I mean, they're going to start here in turn 1, so we're about to pick them up here. As they'll get the green flag and head into turn 1.
One already, 2 way off track. The 3 car is going to go possibly to the point here early on. Turn 1, that 3 car.
3 wide.
3 wide. Through turn 2, into turn 3, up into turn 4, into the carousel.
Yeah, I mean, that turn is it's not even a 2 wide turn, really.
Oh, no.
I mean, with these smaller cars, they can make it, but it's the way the line throws you really need to be single file.
And that's Levi Morrow that is our current leader.
They make their way down into turn 6 for the first time of this race.
Hopefully the 3 car can get some redemption after that last race. Let's see what happens here. Through turn 6, everybody clean.
That group towards the back is real bunched up.
Oh, yeah, they're 2 by 2.
Looking
right
like
there.
traffic on I-85.
Well, they're actually moving, so.
Oh, you're right. Actually, there's been less crashes than
yeah, I don't see any Nissan Altimas on the track, so that's a
Yeah.
plus.
No cars on fire.
Yeah, no cars on fire, no Nissan Altimas.
As
No.
they make their way to the stripe, we're going to get some timing and scoring here.
Our leader first time around, Levi Morrow, Reese Shirley, Dalen Pennington, Kinsley Tatum, Ellie Hodge, Claire Stein, and I believe Krista Steele will cross the line, and so will Maya Earthly.
Oh, we got a car around.
Oh, 2 cars,
2
right? That's a
cars.
57 and a 7. That's Ellie Hodge and Claire Stein.
See if they can get them going. Both seem to be moving.
And the 11 car, Krista Steele, goes past
She's
both of
gonna
them.
Get on by.
There they are. Both continue.
We'll
So
happily take those 2 positions. And they are both back underway, which will save the caution or the safety team a trip out to turn 1.
I've got a feeling that these drivers were instructed that if they go off in the sand, they got to keep their foot in it and just keep
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah. I
'Cause
I don't think anybody's let off in the
Well,
sand
I think
today.
it was just the being conditioned to, like, the second anyone spins, the caution goes out. And that's not how it works here at the racetrack, at the road course.
No, we're a little different than ovals. Send it until you can't send it
Yeah.
no more.
I still want to do track safaris with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Although with these guys, you wouldn't have to do it on a tour bus. You could just go out there in just a normal car.
School bus style.
And it looks like they are catching back up pretty quickly to Stein. So this is going to turn to a 3-car heat here real quick, especially with the number 20, Kinsley Tatum. She was hauling the mail during race 1, man.
Well,
If that race had gone one more lap.
Levi Morrow hauling the mail now, 122.737.
And that's still not even close
No.
to the lap that Tatum ran.
No,
She
it was
ran
like
a 118.
Yeah, it was like almost a 117.
And so
She
these-
was so far back and then basically caught up.
And
and
look at that. She's just passing.
Purging the nitrous right now.
Yeah.
Her flap is coming up, so that's going to
Slingshot
affect
engaged.
some aerodynamics here. You see
Yeah.
it bobbing in the
Normally,
wind.
there's just a little piece of tape holding that thing down. So I'm wondering if during that
Spinaroo.
that spin cycle, if that made that come undone. Maybe it's giving her a little extra downforce. Who knows? Oh, sweet. You got the water.
I did. Whole case of it.
Yeah, that's for me, by the way.
I know. Big shout out to the Monster Energy crew
Yes.
that's down there.
I kept heckling them for tour water, and they brought me a whole case up here. I said, you mean, we got a car off pace mechanical here.
That's going to be right at the corner of the driving line. I don't know who that is. A white car.
And it rolled back a little bit, so I'm wondering if she has power, just doesn't have a clutch.
That is
That's
the 47 of Dalen Pennington.
And he is on the racing line,
So
so
hand is out. Caution will probably be
this
coming
will
out.
be a full course caution more than likely. And we are,
Yeah.
well, Morrow just hit lap 3, so I think they're going to let everybody get the 3, and then they got the full course out
Full
now.
course caution out. Look at Kinsley Tatum. Fastest time that time, 1:21.547.
And she has got
That's
something extra in the tank that none of these other drivers have.
I told you,
It's-
purging the nitrous.
Yeah, but it's the turns is what's eating them alive. And she, if they could keep these cars straight, she'd be out by a mile.
Oh, yeah.
But that's part of learning here and part of running on the road course. That's the stuff we see when they're out running at Lanier. That's almost like Talladega for these guys. They'll get bumper to bumper in the draft. And
Could
then
you imagine like a full-fledged field of bandos, like 30 of these guys?
Oh, yeah, that would
You know,
be
bumper
insane.
to bumper, drag race down the front
Oh, yeah.
stretch. Oh,
I'm thinking like a full field of like 60 of them out here.
why stop at 60?
Yeah, I know, right?
120.
I think there actually is a theoretical limit on what we can put out here. And it's not theoretical. It's more of an insurance thing. I believe it's somewhere in the like 60s because it's a
Yeah, so we had Champ Car one time.
it's a per mile or like it's an actual calculation
Oh,
thing of how
okay.
long the track is for how many cars they will let. And I don't know if it applies to stuff like this where these cars are half sized. Because I mean, we could put 100 go-karts out here if we really wanted to. And great shot there of the front of that number 47 car. You can see the R and the B on there. That's for rookie Bandelero, so that is the normal division. That number 47 of Dalen Pennington runs in. And that's probably what you're going to see on most of these cars are going to be your rookie drivers in this breakout field, the B group. And there you can see the safety team giving the point by to those other drivers. They're going to go check real quick on the driver, make sure everything is all right, and I think they're going to give them the shove around. Should be all
a little bit
needed
bumperoo.
here.
I think that car will end up in the pits, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think
they're
they're going to
gonna
be able to continue.
No.
Well, we saw when they stopped, he rolled back a little bit, and I almost think he's got power, just probably
The clutch is probably burned out.
probably smoked because I was talking to several of the drivers down there, and they have been roasting clutches.
Oh, yeah, because of the elevation change. I could.
And that's not something they're used to having to deal with.
No, usually it's not
They're
flat,
they're
but
not
banked ovals.
conditioned. They're not conditioned like the kart racers are. That you spin at the bottom of the hill.
Don't floor it.
Yeah, you got to just wait for somebody to give you a shove. And right now, rest of the field getting some pace laps in. Halfway through this contest, so when we go green again, we should have 3 laps to go. And I think we should get it this next time by.
I would expect them to. I think the 47 car has come off track. Again, I didn't expect him to come back out. Now let's see what happens. Last time, the 3 car was in the lead on the restart. Got passed.
Yes. And he was leading.
And Kinsley Tatum is coming with a vengeance.
And the big thing that this full course caution, you just hit that nail right on the head. That pulled this group together. Tatum running 2 seconds faster that last time.
And they're going to start single file. That's going to be the kicker. They're starting single file. They're starting in turn 1.
She's going to have 3 laps, so it's
going to be either close or we're going to see Tatum fire off and not let off. Also, Ray Shirley sitting there in 3rd. Another driver we need to watch. Let's not count out that 57 either. In all honesty, anybody in that top 5 has a shot.
Yes. Yeah.
It's going to depend how they fire off on the line.
No, it's definitely going to come down to this restart and who can
turn
get the
1.
jump. Yeah. But the thing is they are all hearing the same thing on Race Monitor or on Race Receivers. So the second he says, green flag, they all know to go.
Yeah, at the same exact time.
So it's not necessarily on their visual reaction time as them just
their
listening.
Audio, their response time to the word.
To be honest, I don't think there's anything to gain by trying to jump the start in turn 1. You just want to line up and get a good
Well, the
exit.
thing is you can focus on driving if you're listening for the green flag.
Correct.
If you're having to watch for the green flag, you're focusing on your driving and keeping your eyes on the flag stand.
It's essentially having a spotter in your ear.
Yes. And I feel like there's more room for error when you're having to look at the spotter versus listening for them on the receiver.
Yes.
And let's see as they get it woed down single file.
They're going to close in a little bit tighter. See what happens here.
A little bit of smoke coming out of the back of, it looks like the 4th place driver.
That's the 57.
And let's see. Green flag is out. And we are back underway.
A little bit of tire rub there from the 57.
That could be what we're seeing as your drivers are getting these machines back up to speed.
Now, Morrow had the better run here on the
and
restart.
Look at this. Tatum and Morrow both just pulling out to an early lead right there. Even one turn already putting 10-car gap on 3rd place. This is going to be the two to watch here for these last
Let's see
final
what
laps.
happens between Morrow and Tatum as they come into turn 6. This is where the corner that messed both these drivers up last race. So let's see. The 3's going to run the higher side there. Tatum almost gets into the rear end of the 3.
And all drivers through turn 6. Nope. As soon as I said that.
One goes around. I think that's the
Courtesy
11
announcer.
car.
All
think
the
that's
drivers
Krista
in
Steele.
front.
I think that's Krista Steele that's going
Yeah.
around down there in turn 6. She has
And
continued.
that's where I was talking about. That turn's very deceptive because if you're in the throttle too soon, you spin out because it's more than 90 degrees. So you're visually, you think you're at your apex and you're not.
Coming back into the front stretch. Let's see who has the most speed.
Oh, there she goes. Nope. Thought about it. The defensive move, second defensive move.
Ooh, looky there. White flag in the air. This is going to determine it. They come into turn 1. Both are hot and heavy. Let's see what happens. 3-car dives it in deep, keeps it off of the rumble strips. 3-car still firing
And
off.
Morrow is going to have to put in work here if he's going to keep Tatum from making a
Oh,
move.
here we go.
She looks to the outside.
Nothing.
Nope. She's going to stay to the outside.
Oh, lost a lot of ground there.
Oh, that rumble strip cost her some time. Let's see. Can she make it back up?
A
As
little
they're going
too
through
much
the,
of a bobble. I think she might try it again in turn 6. This
Let's
little,
see. Yeah,
this
they're gonna
little
get the
corner
run.
right here has been her best part of the whole
And
track.
she's going to get the run coming downhill. Let's find out.
They go through turn 5. They enter
Look
turn
at that,
6.
closing that gap down.
She's going to run. Ooh, to the inside. Let's see.
She's going to have a fender on him. Maybe. No, he's not going to be able to close the door. Let's see. They're side by side coming down the back straight here.
Let's see how they're going to close side by side.
And he didn't see her. Now he sees her. Oh, I think he's shaking a little bit as Tatum gets the pass coming through turn 8. Let's see if she can hold it through 9. Yeah, she shuts the door.
Oh, a little bit in
and
the
she
grass.
gets wide, puts the wheel off, and still able to maintain the lead out front. And she's going to shut the door on the number 3 as they come through turn 10 for a final time, taking the checkered flag. Kinsley Tatum, your race winner.
What a finish.
Wow.
Last lap. That's what you want.
That is racing.
That was racing.
That is why we do this.
Yes.
Last lap pass for the win. You know she's going to be excited with that.
Again, a tough break for the 3-car Levi Morrow. After yesterday's incidents, had it, restart, happens again.
And he was in the lead. He was in the lead until lap 4 on the first race. Him and Kinsley got into it, which allowed Reese Shirley to get the win. He led all but the last 2 turns.
Yeah, that's the problem. You got to lead all of them. Well, at least the last lap.
Still going to get a couple of podiums.
Points.
We'll get the points too. And, you can't be not happy with that, but obviously you want to get the win.
Oh, yes.
But at the end of the day, this is a learning exercise. This is experience. This is seat time for these guys. These are mostly the rookies in the Bandolero class. So at the end of the day, just being on track, getting to participate, that is a victory in and of itself. But obviously victory is more sweet when you get that first place trophy to take home.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, I am going to go hop downstairs to do this final Victory Lane interview. Be careful with the ship.
Oh, yeah, we haven't sunk it yet.
I don't know if I want to trust you guys signing off.
Aim towards the iceberg, right?
Yes. We hard to starboard.
What side is starboard?
I think it's the right.
The easy way to remember it is port has 4 letters in it. Left has 4 letters in it.
Hey, I was right.
So port is your left side, starboard is your right side.
Of course we would know that. Boatman.
I mean, he went to maritime school.
Yeah, he did. We talk about it quite often.
Ask him if he knows Morse code.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah,
yes.
I only spent more money than what it would cost to have the highest level membership here going to a maritime school. So, and to answer Mikey's question, you can shut up. ... Go screw yourself.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, no dashes in that.
Well, we're seeing scaling and the last little bit of tech might be an issue here with that 20 car.
Drama.
Oh, they're looking at the scale closely there. I don't know what was going on. That was Tatum.
We'll see if we can do some investigative reporting here.
We'll find out what's going on.
Our man on the street, Will Rigdon.
Now, is it just me or is that 20 car's front bumper kind of seen it all?
There we go. There's a shot of Will walking down with that beautiful moonshine hoodie.
You can get those.
Looking snazzy.
I think you can get those, can't you?
Hey, I got the AOK from Greg Campbell.
Okay.
She passed weight.
I think the hoodies are – the hoodie might be custom. They had shirts, though.
Yeah, I think they still have shirts.
I know tons of people over the weekend have been coming asking where they can buy them.
Yes.
Up here on the front desk. We got Will down there watching the tech process. Going to wrangle our drivers here and see if we can get an interview. What a great finish that was. Just like a kind of the perfect ending to a perfect weekend of racing.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Definitely have a very excited Lindsay Tatum down here. Lindsay, that was an exciting victory. You were flirting with it all weekend. What does this mean to you getting to finally take it home and get the victory?
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I'm so happy. I don't know how the heck I did that, honestly. It was crazy, but I kind of just did it.
Well, you were definitely the driver to beat out there, although obviously I think you were beating yourself mostly in the turns. And yeah, I can say your bumper's a little – that's just a happy face. But, yeah, you going to come back next month when we do the finale here?
Oh my gosh, yes, this is my favorite track. I love this road course.
You think we can get you out at the go-kart track at all? You ever want to try that out?
Yes, I love that track. It's so good. I've actually raced on there, and it was so good.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, are you going to stick around in Bandos? What are you thinking for next season?
I don't actually know. I'm trying to convince my dad to buy me a Legend. But, yeah, I guess if he doesn't, then I'm going to be in a Bando. So.
Well, it was definitely exciting to watch. You got anybody you want to thank out before we wrap this thing up?
Oh, definitely my team and my dad for driving me out here. It's honestly amazing, and all of the support.
Well, that's awesome. Well, congratulations. I know you got your fans over here. I see your parents. And
I don't have my dad here.
well, we will see you at the podium later today. Congratulations, and good job on the victory. And, guys, we'll send it back up to you. Don't crash the ship. Sign it off.
All right. Well, thank you, Will. Mikey, any final thoughts?
So, yeah, just what a great weekend of racing. It's kind of all you can ask for. We had the national anthem singer. I mean, last lap passes. We had spins, drama. We had a couple weekend sweeps, some unlikely winners. It's kind of just like an entire season's worth of racing, content in just one weekend.
Exactly. Now, Will, do you have anything you'd like to sign off with?
Well,
I think Will might have taken the headset off. Probably can't hear us.
Well, I think he's coming back up here to sign off.
Oh, well, I thought he said we were going to sign it off.
Oh.
Well,
that tells you how much I pay attention.
Well, we'll wait till Will gets back up here to sign it off. Kind of a proper sign-off with Will up here. That's
Will
normal.
is our executive producer. He is the man in charge. So,
well, since we got a minute, walk through our entire production crew real fast.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout-out to all the staff. Our producer, Michaela Denny, her brother, Ethan Denny, out there on Cowboy Cam. I got my very own brother up on the Tower Cam, David Lane. Daryl Canny Killboy on the drone. Jeffrey Farver was on the drone yesterday, couldn't make it today, but he's our usual drone pilot, so I'll give him shout-outs. I, of course, Michael Lane in the director's chair. Will Rigdon, Steve Newell, honestly, one of the best crews around.
I would say the same. Love working with you guys every opportunity that I get. Hopefully be back later on. December 14th, I think, is our next Legends race.
Mm-hmm.
So I look forward to that one.
Should be a good one. I'm interested to see after this race weekend what the point totals are, if they're if there's any championship battles that can happen. I'm sure there will be.
Oh,
There
definitely.
almost always is.
And if I'm not mistaken, the 14th is the final race.
Yes, yeah, it's a 4-week kind of mini series. So we had the first one a couple weeks back. This doubleheader weekend is kind of the meat of the season, and then it'll all end on that December 14th date.
I'm ready to see a lot more cars out here to close out the Moonshine Series. Wonderful series that's been put together by Will Rigdon, the crew here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, Ken Reagan, all the guys at Legends, Georgia. Wonderful group of guys.
Yeah, and it's my hope that we get all these legend drivers go tell their other legends friends.
Yeah, come out
Just,
here.
The kind of facility and the race course that exists that is Atlanta Motorsports Park. I mean, you've kind of heard it from every driver that's interviewed with Will and that we've talked to over the weekend. That, like, this kind of is their favorite road course, and I think that has to do with just the uniqueness of the turns, the elevation change, obviously the facility, world class.
Yes.
It's kind of hard not to choose it as your favorite road course.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know where Will is. So
I don't know where Will is either. So how about this, Steve?
I think we'll go ahead and sign this off. On behalf of Will Rigdon, the entire crew, my name is Steve Newbold, and good night, everybody.
All right. Thanks for watching.